Coyote Country 92.7. Good evening to you. Thanks for tuning in to the Basin's Best. We are on the air with Tiger Football. This is a special presentation of Tiger Sports. As you can tell, we're back on the country station again this week. We're hoping to be back over on our sister station, ESPN Alamogordo, but unfortunately, we're unable to get our technical issues fixed up over there, but we are available online over on youtube.com/ESPN Alamogordo as well. So looking forward to a fun game tonight. It's homecoming here at Alamogordo High School as the Tigers face off against the Ruidoso Warriors. Tigers dressed in their black with gold numerals, black helmets with the gold Tiger logo, and white pants tonight. So a little bit different. I think probably just to stay a little bit cooler. It is another warm day. Haven't quite seen the end of summer yet, unfortunately. Also, we've got Ruidoso, who are in all white with the exception of blue numerals, and they've got, I'd say, kind of a flat gold finish on their helmet, kind of like Navy or the way Notre Dame's used to look back in the day. But an interesting matchup. It was a crazy game last year up in Ruidoso, 57-54. The Warriors got the win. So the Tigers are looking for a little bit of revenge on that and see if they can get a victory. And I think the Tigers have got to be just so hungry to be back out onto the field. You felt so bad for the team because of not being able to finish that game against Valencia last Friday night, or I should say last Friday, 2 Fridays ago. The Tigers were up 8-0, looked strong. The defense looked really good. The offense had come up with some big plays, but the weather just didn't cooperate. And it looks pretty good right now. I'm a little hesitant. This is kind of the way it looked when we were getting started with stuff 2 Fridays ago. But, man, the storms built quickly. But there isn't any storms in the forecast. So we'll cross our fingers that we're just going to get a regular game tonight and hopefully an entertaining game between these two teams. I know the Tigers are ready to get out there on the field, and I'm sure the Warriors want to make it back-to-back wins. They're coming off a win over Hatch last week. They lost the week before to a very good Roswell team. Tigers will get to see the Coyotes a little bit later on in the year, so we'll watch out for that. But looking forward to bringing another Tiger Sports broadcast here on Coyote Country. We said I thought it was the first time that we had done that 2 weeks ago, and, well, here's number 2 for you guys. We should be back up on ESPN Alamogordo next Friday night when the Tigers welcome in Santa Teresa, but we'll certainly look forward to bringing you the game tonight. And, again, you can listen to us here. You can listen to us online, youtube.com/ESPN Alamogordo. We're on the air a little bit early because we wanted to give you Coach A.J. Sisko's full interview like we did a couple of weeks ago. It's about 8 minutes long, but we get a chance to talk about Valencia as well as to talk about tonight's matchup between the Tigers and the Warriors. And he's got some good insights on what to expect from that Ruidoso team. There's a lot of talented skill players. The guys that did very well against the Tigers last year, well, they're back again this year. So we'll see if we get a similar type game or if the Tigers defense is able to get things going a little bit better than last season. I think that's a pretty fair guess that that'll happen, but obviously waiting to see this one in action here in less than 30 minutes here on Coyote Country 92.7. Let's hear from our sponsors. We appreciate all of them and bringing you Tiger Sports, which include the Winner's Circle, Desert Sun Auto Group, First National Bank, Otero Federal Credit Union, Tularosa Basin Telephone Company, and Vision Ford Lincoln. We appreciate them bringing us, and Richardson Motors, the Richardson Motors scoreboard here on Coyote Country. So we'll come back. More pregame coming up. Kickoff at 7 o'clock. Tigers and Warriors on Coyote Country 92.7.
Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach A.J. Sisko and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
If you find yourself frustrated because your internet is slow, then you need to call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company. They have the speed, the reliability, and the customer service to turn your frustration into smiles. Now, doesn't that sound like a better plan? Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company at 585-2700 and get connected today.
When someone thinks they have a better idea, like a new way to make it or a new place to take it, they start their own business. Every small business has not-so-small ambitions. We can help you with about every financial service you'll need, like e-statements to save your filing space, mobile banking from your smartphone, lines of credit for expansion, and online account access. To us, there's nothing small about small business. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
The Winter Circle, your hometown shop for all local team apparel. Get hats, shirts, jackets, and more. Cheer on the Tigers, Wildcats, and all your favorite teams in style. You can also personalize your apparel with custom silkscreen or embroidery. The Winter Circle, a family-owned business, continuing the tradition of supporting local athletics.
Come see us at the Winter Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
1201 10th Street in Alamogordo. Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach A.J. Sisko and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
You're listening to Coyote Country 92.7. Hope everybody's having a fantastic Friday night. It's time for some football. We're having a great night here. Plenty of time to get on down to the stadium and enjoy this evening's game. It's definitely a warm one, but if you're sitting on the home side, you're going to be in the shade already, so that's a bonus. And come on by and get yourself some tasty food at the concession, grab a seat, and get ready for tonight's kickoff. We've got the cheerleaders, looks like from all the middle schools, JV, and of course, the varsity cheerleaders are here. Of course, the Alamogordo Tiger Band will make their entrance. Actually, no, they're already out on the track. I see them over on the far side, so they'll be coming on. We've got the Alamogordo Tiger tunnel, the inflatable tunnel that run through Ruidoso has brought theirs with them down here to Alamogordo. It's their helmets, whereas the Tigers just looks like a big tiger. And both teams on the field going through their warm-ups. Tigers throwing some passes down towards the end zone, and we're looking forward to a good matchup. Ruidoso, they're going right to left, working on some of their offense, and the Tigers have been doing that over the last little bit. Let's hear from Alamogordo Tigers head football coach A.J. Sisko. Talked about the disappointment of not being able to finish that Valencia game, and also talked about the challenge of facing a talented Ruidoso team coming up tonight.
All right, well, we're joined by Alamogordo Tigers head football coach A.J. Sisko as we get ready for homecoming week. Homecoming week already in full gear. We had Powder Puff, I think, on Tuesday night, and Powder Fluff is Wednesday night.
Yeah, we had Powder Puff last night. We got the volleyball Powder Fluff tonight.
Yeah.
So it's exciting for those high school kids this homecoming week. It's a big deal for them, and we want our kids to embrace and have fun with it.
Yeah. From the football standpoint, I can't even imagine how disappointed everybody was not to be able to finish that Valencia game. You guys were playing.
Can we go on to another subject?
Yeah.
It was a frustrating event. It was kind of a night that we kind of built up for 2 years to get to that point, and we got to that point, and Mother Nature had other plans for us to not finish that game. And we told our kids we got to move on, and we got to handle situations as they come and handle them like men and move on and get focused on our next opponent.
Yeah. From what you got to see, a quarter part of it, I mean, what did you like? What did you want to see improvement on from the guys?
Offensively, I thought we ran the ball well. I thought we controlled the offensive line of scrimmage, which was huge for us. That's something we haven't done a whole lot in 2 years, and that's credit to our kids buying in and being physically tougher. And we had some success. We did some dumb things that shot ourselves in the foot, but we found ways to get out of it and make some plays. We got hurt by some penalties early, and that came back and got us. I mean, we only scored one time in that first quarter, and we had probably 2 drives that we could have. ended up popping in, but we ended up hurting ourselves, shooting ourselves in the foot. But defensively, I didn't get to watch a snap during the game, which it's an awesome thing to have a staff with Coach Felsetti and our defensive staff that I can go and work offensive on the sideline and never see a snap. I have no idea what happened. I had to watch the film. Everybody's telling me about it. But after watching film defensively, we played really well defensively for our 7 snaps. And that kind of shows you we had 28 snaps, I think, in that game, and 20 of them were us on offense. We controlled the ball. Had success, and when they got the ball, it was 3 and out, and we were moving on.
Yeah, I think we also saw the possibility of you guys having some quick strikes, some explosiveness to your offense. I know you like the way you ran the football, but obviously you had some big plays that helped you out in that
We
game.
do, and it's not just with Julio. I mean, we got some other kids that can light it up and can move, and we're excited about those kids and finding ways to open up more. I don't know if people were there or didn't understand or that were listening. There's about a 30-mile-an-hour wind in that first quarter that we were going into, and so I had to tell our offensive coordinator, we're not chucking it a whole lot this first quarter. I said, second quarter comes, we'll start taking some more shots down the field, just because we wanted to be smart with football and play that field possession game. And we do have some kids that have stepped up and did a good job in our junior class of being skilled kids to give us extra threats.
Yeah. Well, obviously not as much you want to see, in terms of an actual game, but you guys, I'm sure, have been busy in practice the last couple of weeks. Are things moving along the way that you want them to?
It was rough. I mean, we get that game called in the first quarter, and then we go into a bye week, which is not ideal.
Yeah.
And so now we've been waiting 14 days to get to this point on Friday night. But we've had a really good week so far. Morning practice has been great. Kids our theme this week is energy, and our kids have brought it for the last 2 days of being high energetic kids and getting after practice and adapting to a new game plan for Ruidoso.
Is it? I mean, I would think there's probably a hungriness for the players. They feel like they kind of got robbed of that special moment. They want to go out there and make it happen again.
They are, and we talk about we're still waiting to kick off 2019 season 3 weeks into the year, and so they're still hungry and they're still ready to go and excited for Friday. And our staff is. It's a long process. It wasn't lined up the right way, but everything happens for a reason, and we're excited for Friday night to be able to go out there and play Ruidoso and hopefully put on a performance like we did for 12 minutes.
Yeah. Well, and one thing you touched on was the offensive line, and that's, you talk about something that you've been building for heading into this third season for you guys. That's maybe the biggest part of it all, is that you guys have size and that you have experience, and they know what you want from them, and that feels like that should make a big difference for you.
We're hoping so, and like I said, we got 5 seniors that start for us up front, 6 if you include Max when we get into a tight end set, that have been there for 2 years and have grinded it out for 2 years and kind of grown up by fire. And it's actually benefited us on the JV level, where we've got now 4 juniors that could play varsity for us that are now playing JV football for us, which is helping our JV program out. It's a huge deal of being able to get those guys bought in and getting the tenacity. And the best part is we've got maybe one kid that goes both ways, and we rest him on defense, and then Max goes both ways, but he rests on offense. So we're pretty much 2 platoon from the get-go.
Yeah, it's been a good couple weeks for the JV team, playing well against Artesia, beating Las Cruces. So
big win for us last Thursday was to beat Cruces here in that JV. And I don't know the last time, as a staff, we were talking the last time Alamogordo JV has beaten Cruces JV in football.
Yeah.
And that was a huge win for us. Then our freshmen kicked off their season last Saturday with the big win over Tier C. And it's exciting to be a Tiger and exciting to be a football player and see the growth of our program from where it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, certainly making some improvements. Well, you played a Ruidoso team last year. You guys had a crazy game up in Ruidoso, speaking of weather delays, but all kinds of weird things. You had your kicker get hurt right before the game. I mean, it was that was one of the crazier Tiger games I've seen in a while, and you guys had a chance to win it. What's the feeling going into this year? Is Ruidoso on a talent level they're the same as last year, or are they a little bit down from what they were last year?
No, they're still pretty good. I mean, they were pretty skilled last year, and those kids are now seniors, and they're very skilled. I mean, they've got a kid named Layson Powell, number 2, who's a slot receiver, who can blow the top off of coverage and make a play anytime. Quarterback is a kid named Gage Guardiola, transfer back in, very athletic quarterback, run and throw. They don't have a tight end, but he's a big fullback that's probably going to play tight end in college. And, he's got to be about 6'3", 220, very good athlete, Grant Oberhue. Their quarterback last year's now a receiver. I mean, they got skilled kids across the board that can go. And it's going to be a good matchup for us. You go back to last year is one of those things our kids didn't really know how to finish games. And when they got in that situation, that was the first time they've ever been in that situation. And we threw for like 400 yards.
Yeah.
Which was unheard of.
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't want to do that again on Friday.
Well, and I think more importantly, I'm sure the defense and Coach Falsetti and everybody that this is probably a little bit of a goal game, and that y'all want to be able to at least slow down, if not shut down, that offense.
Yeah, and we just showed our kids on Monday when we do our install and show them our PowerPoint. The last PowerPoint they see is a scoreboard shot from last year of the score, and then some quotes on the game. And we just want our kids to remember what happened last year. We talked to our kids about being kind of on a revenge tour this year from what's happened the last 2 years, and this is a shot that we got on Friday night. And it's not a cakewalk. It's not going to be easy. We're going to have to play really well. Ruidoso is very well coached. Great skill kids that are going to they're going to be a problem for a lot of football teams.
Is part of that maybe on offense, try to control the ball a little bit and maybe not keep the offense on the field, keep their defense on the field?
Yeah, and that's our mentality. We want to shorten games. We don't want our defense out there playing 80, 90 snaps a game. We want them to be at 50, if not less. And that all comes down to us offensively, being able to move the chains, run the football, and have success. And then when we get our chances to take a shot, we'll take a shot and hit it and have our home run.
And, of course, homecoming, obviously, to win homecomings would be another thing. You talk about the revenge tour, but an opportunity to win your homecoming game and do it in front of all the fans, that would be a big deal.
It is, and that's, like I said, it's homecoming week. It's a great time for the community of Alamogordo and our high school to embrace this. And they don't have homecoming during basketball or baseball. We tell our kids that it's only during football season, and it's because there's a football game on Friday night. And we want the community to come out. We had a great crowd the first night that was very energetic. I got comments from other coaches that were in the stands that said, our student section. He says, and I said, why? Great. I said, our student section's awesome. And he's like, well, it's been pretty good for 2 years, Coach. And I said, okay. And he says, the difference was the crowd. Very energetic. And he says, it's because your kids were playing energetic and having fun and doing those things. And we want to welcome everybody to come back out on Friday night and have fun with us. I mean, we're starting anew. We broke out new decals, new unis. Everything's kind of new this 2019. This is finally our kind of thumbprint on everything, how it's going to go. And we want everybody to come out and have fun with us on homecoming night.
All right, looking forward to it. And hopefully at the end of it, a W against Ruidoso. Good luck, Coach.
I appreciate it, Charles. Thanks.
Hey, Mike, what's your favorite car?
That's easy. Chevy Camaro. Johnson, what's your favorite truck?
Even easier, the GMC Sierra AT4, autographed by Chuck Norris himself.
Oh my gosh, no way. Me too.
Mikey, what's your favorite place to buy your new car?
Desert Sun Motors Chevrolet. Oh my God, did we just become best friends? After the Appreciation Day at Desert Sun Chevrolet, we have made so many new friends.
Mike, what did you expect? With all that money you saved them in rebates and supplier pricing.
I still have more savings and deals for the month of August. Right now on a brand new GMC Sierra 1500, you can save up to $10,000 off.
With little or no money down financing, vehicle purchases have never been easier. Keep your money in your pockets and drive away in a brand new vehicle from Desert Sun Chevrolet.
If I can't fit a vehicle in your budget, Jonathan has plenty of late model pre-owned to save you money.
I am paying more than average market value for your trade.
So come see us at 2600 North White Sands Boulevard.
Shop online at desertsunmotors.com.
Slow internet again? Signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service? It's all about you. Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company to get connected. 585-2700.
Now you have a choice when it comes to keeping massive files of your bank statements every month. With an online e-statement, you'll have an accurate, easy-to-read electronic statement you can access anywhere, anytime. Get more control over your cash flow. And no more giant filing cabinets. Our e-statements get an A+. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Are you looking for letter jackets? Need trophies, plaques, or awards? It's all at the Winner's Circle. Personalize your student's letter jacket with stitching or embroidery. Get customized engraving on your trophies, plaques, and awards. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. Have you seen our in-store remodel? Stop by and visit us today at 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Come see us at the Winner's Circle. Outfitters of champions. Go Tigers!
Listening to Coyote Country 92.7, another special broadcast of Tiger football. We're still trying to work out our technical issues on ESPN Alamogordo. we think we'll be back up for next week's game next Friday over on our sister station. But tonight we just didn't have it quite ready for us, and hopefully next week we'll be good to go. But just a friendly reminder to like us on the ESPN Alamogordo Facebook page. Just search ESPN Alamogordo on your Facebook app or facebook.com/ESPN Alamogordo, and all local sports updates. We try to keep you up to speed with all of our 4 area high schools: Alamogordo, Tularosa, Cloudcroft, and Mescalero Apache. We have lots of games going on, lots of volleyball tournaments taking place this weekend. Alamogordo is over at the Jane Leupold Sweet 16 tournament. That's going to continue tomorrow. Lady Tigers finished 4th in their pool play and will play tomorrow in the white bracket. So they'll get in a couple of matches on Saturday at Centennial High School. Meanwhile, Tularosa Lady Cats volleyball team is up at Magdalena. They won their pool and will play Magdalena in the championship bracket, the semifinal tomorrow at noon. And Mescalero Apache finished 3rd in their pool, but bounced back in bracket play with the win over host Tucumcari in their tournament. And they'll be in the championship side of the bracket in the semifinals tomorrow, so they'll play 2 more matches. Best of luck to them. Alamogordo girls soccer, huge win last night at Lovington, 11-1. And listen to this stat line for Shauna Williams, or Shauna Fatso Williams. She scored 10 goals last night. School records are always a little bit of a mystery sometimes, because the record keeping is always a little bit of a mystery for at the high school level. But if that's not a school record, I'd be a little surprised by that. So she's got a few of those, by the way, those school records. No big surprise. And I think she's got already over 20 goals through 5 or 6 games this season. She's played very, very well. Lady Tigers are at home tomorrow, and there's a schedule change on that. They're going to play at 1 p.m. tomorrow over at Reiner Steinhoff Soccerplex. Varsity will be at 1. JV will be at 3. It was 1 and 3 JV, then varsity. So varsity at 1, JV at 3 over at the Soccerplex tomorrow. And the other football games for our area teams, Tularosa's on the road. They are at Lordsburg tonight. Old school rivalry there. Those 2 schools have faced off numerous times, and in some big games. Coach Dale Hooper, who coached Alamogordo for a number of years, is out there in Lordsburg, so we'll see what his Mavericks can do against Coach Richard Grace's Wildcats, who have gotten off to a great start this year. Close win last week over Socorro. The Mescalero Apache Chiefs are at home tonight against Clayton. I think they switched things up. That was going to be their homecoming. I believe they moved it till sometime in October. And Cloudcroft finally opened up their season. They will face Loving tonight. That's a 7 o'clock kickoff up in the mountains. So best of luck to those teams and to everybody else taking part tonight. We're getting ready for Alamogordo versus Ruidoso. We got about 10 minutes to kick off. The Alamogordo choir is set up. Looks like they're dressed in their fancy garb again this week. We like that. They look good. Alamogordo High School Junior ROTC is in the house. They're ready to present the colors here before too long. We got a lot of cheerleaders. I think it looks like Ruidoso made the trip down as well, but Alamogordo high school cheerleaders, JV, the middle school cheerleaders are here. Alamogordo Tiger Band's about ready to go. And, of course, it'll be a little bit longer halftime because we've got homecoming quarter to be announced. It's always a fun night for homecoming. And, again, it looks like the weather's going to cooperate with us. I hope I'm not throwing out the old broadcaster's jinx. I don't think I have that much power. I'd like to think I have that much power, but I think we all know that I don't. The Tigers getting ready for a big homecoming match, and I think just want to get on the field, play a full game, and get a win. And I think we're ready for the national anthem. So we'll take a break and come back and be ready for kickoff. Alamogordo versus Ruidoso here on Coyote Country and on YouTube.com/ESPN Alamogordo.
Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach A.J. Cisco and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
Tularosa Basin Telephone Company is famous for keeping you connected. They promise to deliver fast speed, provide a reliable network, and do it all with a smile. Their customer service team is on top of every call with the answers you need. In fact, they believe their customers are the most important part of their business. Give Tularosa Basin Telephone Company a call at 585-2700 for the internet experience you've been waiting for.
Vision Ford Lincoln has scorching summer deals now through month's end. 2019 Ford F-150s. Horsepower, torque, and awesome towing capabilities. Get up to $5,000 cash back or choose 0% financing for up to 72 months. The 2019 Ford Edge is loaded with up to $6,050 cash back or choose $4,050 cash back and 0% financing for up to 60 months. The stylish 2019 Ford Escape, get $4,425 cash back or choose $1,175 cash back with 0% financing for up to 60 months. The 2019 Ford Fusion sedan has up to $2,920 cash back or choose $1,670 cash back and 0% for up to 60 months. And the all-new 2019 Ford EcoSport. Get up to $4,415 cash back or choose $915 cash back and 2.9% for 36 months. Vision Ford Lincoln, 1500 South White Sands in Alamogordo. VisionFordLincoln.com. Financing on approved credit. See dealer for details.
If you and your family are looking for a new home, you don't have to look far for a home mortgage. As a community bank, we not only have great rates, we offer you friendly financial service right here in the neighborhood. There are a lot of options in real estate lending. We're here to see that you get a loan you can live with. Talk to us about your home mortgage. We're an equal housing lender. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
The Winner's Circle, your hometown shop for all local team apparel. Get hats, shirts, jackets, and more. Cheer on the Tigers, Wildcats, and all your favorite teams in style. You can also personalize your apparel with custom silkscreen or embroidery. The Winner's Circle, a family-owned business, continuing the tradition of supporting local athletics.
Come see us at the Winner's Circle. Outfitters of champions. Go Tigers!
1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
You're listening to Coyote Country 92.7 and online with us on the ESPN Alamogordo YouTube channel. As the Ruidoso Warriors are coming out of their tunnel, the Alamogordo Tigers are in their tunnel getting ready to take the field. This is all happening on the south side of the stadium. We're looking east towards the mountains. So that's to our right. And the Tigers are coming on the field, let out by the American flag, and well, they tried to break through the the mache banner that they had, the paper banner that they had, but they just kind of ran through it. And who is that for the Tigers leading out the American flag? Shane Sargent gets the honor. I think they choose a different player each week to lead the Tigers out of the tunnel. I got to tell you, those Tiger logos and those helmets look fantastic in the sunlight. There's a gold tint to it. It looks excellent. Very, very good. Warriors getting ready to take the field over on the far side. And again, Tigers are in their home black jerseys, gold numerals, white outlining, black helmets with the, it's all gold Tiger logo. We had been doing, I think, the American flag logo the last few years. But it's sharp looking. White pants tonight for the Tigers. I think probably that's just a heat thing, I would imagine. Try not to wear all black if you can, with it being as warm as it is. Kickoff temperature is 91 degrees. And we got a bit of a breeze. Trying to find my flag here. It is blowing from the south end zone in. So pretty much the same situation we had 2 Fridays ago. There's a pretty strong wind. This isn't nearly as strong, but definitely will have a little bit of an impact, I would anticipate. Warriors have come to the fields. They're in all white with blue numerals and gold helmets. 1-1 in the season for them. The Tigers, this is technically their first game. They didn't get a chance to play that opening game, unfortunately, with the weather causing problems for us there. But we're hoping for a nice, clean game tonight and a good matchup more than anything else between the Tigers and the Warriors. Back-to-back weeks for Warriors. We got the just the Warriors this week, and then the Desert Warriors coming into town next week. Tigers are going to receive the kickoff. They are going to go from left to right. That's north to south. And the Warriors are going to kick off from right to left. Warriors still in their huddle, getting ready to join the field. And so that'll mean the Tiger offense will start things for Alamogordo. Kickoff from the 40-yard line, and we are just about ready to get this one going. Thanks for tuning in with us wherever you're at, either on 92.7 or on the ESPN Alamogordo YouTube channel. We appreciate you joining us this evening, and we're hoping for a great game and maybe more importantly than anything else, a Tiger victory coming up tonight. Just saw Alamogordo Public School Superintendent Jarrett Perry, and it's a big crowd tonight. I tell you what, we've got a great crowd for homecoming. Let's hope that the Tigers are able to go out there and get these fans a victory tonight. See Tiger quarterback Ryan Viescas warming up on the near sideline, and see what the Warriors do here. I don't know if this is like Mayfield, where they like to run up to the football and fake the onside kick. And they're just in a huddle, and their kicker is Christian Ariano. They're going to split it out, actually. They've got 5 guys all the way on the far hash, the kicker and the 5 other players on the near hash. Now they're going to run over, and it's a short little pooch kick, but they will go deep all the way back to about the 5. And okay, is it going to go into the end zone? The kicker is, or rather the official is saying touchback. Okay. It was right at the goal line, and I wasn't sure what the official, his initial call was roll. It looked like roll the clock, and I think that's what he wanted. He wanted the clock to start going. But, well, that was nearly disaster for the Tigers, because I think they wanted it to go into the end zone, but it nearly died right at about the 1-yard line. Tiger offense on the field, and they're going to go big to start with. 1 wide receiver. And Viescas in the pistol, a running back behind him, a lead back off to the left. Everybody else in the line of scrimmage. Now a man in motion from left to right, and we've got a false start as the right tackle jumped off for the Tigers. Jackson Couch going a little bit early, so a 5-yard penalty here for the Tigers. And Alma will start with the 1st and 15. That would be Max Merrill on that offensive line for the Tigers. Looks like they've got Tyler Ellswick out there. Brandon Bedgood is the 1 wide receiver, and they've got, well, now I'm confused. They're moving it back up. Wait, what? The official started marking it off towards the 25, and now he's going to mark it back to the 15. So a little bit of confusion there from the umpire, but looks like we're good to go now. All right, Viescas in the pistol. Hayes will move to his right, 1st and 15. Takes the snap, hands it off, and right up the middle. Not much for Hayes as he will get to the 17. Sean Hayes. See Julio Mendoza come into the game. Tigers going to spread it out a little bit more. Also bring in Aaron Cisco. Still a lead back in the mix for the Tigers. Off the left side. And again, going from behind to his right. Viescas faked the pass, then decided to run. I have to imagine that was a designed quarterback draw. He's going to be pushed back as he gets to the 20. Just a 3-yard gain. Tigers 3rd and 10 now. And we'll go with 4 wide receivers. Trips to the near side, 1 out to the top. And back to throw Viescas, but he's in trouble right away, and he is going to get sacked. He fights forward and gets right back to the line of scrimmage, but that's going to be it. So the Tigers, not the drive they wanted to start with. They went with a couple of runs, but the pressure from the Warriors really providing some problems for the Tigers. And Alamogordo will punt. Brett Money comes in, standing at his own goal line to punt for the Tigers. They tried to go big, and the Warriors were able to stuff that. I think the penalty obviously hurts them a little bit, but on even if they have that 3rd and 5, they're not going to get a first down. Snap is good. The kick is good as well. It's going to die at about the 40. Takes a Tiger roll and will roll out to about the 50-yard line. So that's a 30-yard punt. And the Warriors are going to start with good field position at the 49-yard line. We'll see if this offense is as explosive as it was last year, or more importantly for the Tigers, is this Tiger defense looking stronger than it did last season? Guardiola in the pistol, and he will fake it, and he'll look to throw. Go deep down the near sideline, and that is going to be incomplete. As running with him step for step was Michael Audette. The intended wide receiver was Caden Clevenger. And just a simple, tried to get the Tigers to bite on the play action and tossed it on just a simple sideline route, or I should say a go route up the sideline, and fell incomplete at about the 10-yard line. So incomplete pass to begin the game for the Warriors. And looking for the play clock to restart, or if they're looking for something else, the official. Okay, looks like he's good to go now. 2nd and 10. 4 wide receivers for the Warriors. Tigers with 3 down linemen. Defense getting spread out a bit more. They'll look over the sideline, will Guardiola. After the fake snap, takes it this time. And here comes the handoff straight up the middle, and decent yardage between center and guard. And it's number 27, Braxton Hall. He'll get to the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 4. And the Tigers have a chance to force the Warriors into a 3-and-out here. 3rd and 6. Warriors need the 39. Balls on the near hash. Tigers have Shane Sargent on the right side of the line. Up the middle. Looks like, or I should say Sargent in the middle. Couch on the right side. Fake of that. Nope, they give the handoff to Hill. Hill trying to turn the corner. Looking for room, and he's not going to have it. Good seal by the Tigers on the outside. As they're able to get around the corner, or not let Hill get around the corner. The play continued to get stretched out, but no gain for Layson Powell. And it'll be a 4th down. We'll see if the Warriors decide to punt, or it's not 4th and 5, so they can't get a first down on a penalty. But it looks like they're going to line it up and go. 2 wide receivers to the far, 1 to the near. Guardiola snaps it, fakes the handoff. He will throw, and he completes it right up the middle, up the seam, and a first down for the Warriors to Grant Overhue. One of the guys that the Alamogordo Tigers head football coach A.J. Sisko talked about. It's going to be a big gainer as he picks up 21 on the completion on 4th down. There's a snap out of the pistol, handoff, and a run straight up the middle. Gets positive yardage for the Warriors. They'll actually started that drive on the 23, get to the 21. And it's Hall again on the carry. He'll get 2. So 22 on that completion. And it was maybe a little bit of a skinny post for the tight end Overhue. He was in a slot receiver position, but Tigers didn't pick him up, and he came away with the completion. 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Guardiola, he will fake the handoff, keep it himself, runs off the left corner, gets to the 16-yard line before he's finally brought down. And it's number 33, Max Merrill, makes the tackle. It'll be a gain of 5. And a 3rd down here, 3rd and 3. Warriors have not been shy about going for it on 4th down, so they may not feel like they have to get it all here. It may affect the play calling. 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far, and a little inside toss to Overhue, and Overhue's going to get stuffed. He got stood up right at the line of scrimmage. I think that was that Max Merrill? No, I think that was J.P. Madden that got in there and slowed him up. His teammates were patting him on the helmet after that play. I think JP made a fantastic play for the Tigers right at the line of scrimmage. They're going to call that no gain, it would appear. Warriors again lining up to go for it. They can get a first down with a penalty here, so Tigers got to be careful. And Guardiola is now walking towards the sideline. And one of the wide receivers was walking towards the far official. I don't know if he was maybe arguing that the Tigers had jumped off sides. One of the DBs or the linebackers ran towards the line of scrimmage on the slot receiver on the far side. And I thought he was pretty close to jumping across, but clearly the line judge on the far end did not feel that that was the case. We'll go ahead and keep it right here during this timeout. I don't believe that the Warriors have a kicker that can, I watched him in the pregame. He wasn't bad, but maybe from this distance or maybe from this fourth down distance, they're comfortable with trying to go for it. Can the Tiger defense get off the field? Already one fourth down conversion on this drive for the Ruidoso Warriors. No score, by the way, 6:33 to go on the Rich Samoter scoreboard. First quarter, Tigers' opening drive was a 3-and-out. The Warriors have advanced it down the field to the Tiger 16-yard line. It's in between the 16 and the 17. Headed towards the south end zone, going right to left. 5 wide receivers here. Guardiola's in the backfield by himself, takes the snap, and we've got a timeout. And is it another timeout called by Ruidoso? No, Alamogordo, I'm sorry. The official was pointing in the right direction. I was just having a moment of not realizing what was happening. So the Tigers decide to take a timeout. A little bit of chess here, I guess, between Coach Johnson and Coach Cisco. Try and gauge where this is going to end up. Again, still 6:33 to go in the first quarter. No score. The Warriors in the red zone, trying to knock it through. Big play of the game so far, a 22-yard completion from quarterback Gage Guardiola to tight end Grant Oberhue. Otherwise, the Tigers have looked solid defensively and made some really solid plays, especially, showing their size and their speed. That's, what little we got to see against Valencia. That was what was impressive, is we liked what we saw from the Tigers and the way that they could handle themselves in the trenches, and I think we've seen a little bit of that again tonight. All right, here we go. 4th and 4. I think we'll get this one now. Guardiola out of the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, rolling to his right, looking, and it's incomplete. Not sure if one of the Tigers got a hand on it. Reese Cady was in coverage, and I think he may have just gotten a tip of it, and it messed up the chance of the completion. Looked like Overhue was the intended wide receiver. And the Tigers with a huge 4th down stop, a turnover on downs. And Alamo will take over inside their own 20 at the 17. But the biggest piece of that is the Tigers able to stop that Ruidoso offense. 2 wide receivers, a tight ends, a lead back off to the left. And here's the snap, and the handoff goes to Hayes. Hayes right up the middle, puts his head down and gets good yardage on first down. He's going to get 8. I think that's what the Tigers were looking for on first down to start the last drive, but unfortunately it was a penalty, and then Ruidoso made a nice play to start their game. And it'll be a 2nd and 2 from the Alamogordo 25. Tigers going left to right. It's right in between the hashes, right down the middle of the field. Again, 2 wide receivers. Tight end is off to the left, and the lead back is off to the left. 4 down lineman for Ruidoso. Hayes gets the handoff again, straight up the middle again, and he's got the first down. Nothing fancy about that, just using that offensive line to push ahead, and Hayes getting small and running right into the hole. So Hayes will get to the 31-yard line. That's a 6-yard gain, and the Tigers' first down of this game. 5:40 to go first quarter. And the Tigers will get a first down at their own 31. 2 wide receivers again. Tight ends this time to the right, or at least offset line to the right. And the lead back to the right. Hayes to the left of Viescas. Handoff, and turning the corner is Hayes. Hayes upfield to the 40. He's got the first down and is down at the 43-yard line. It's another Tiger first down. 12 yards on the run off right tackle. They loaded that side. One of the Ruidoso defenders got in the backfield and nearly was able to come around the opposite side to get to Hayes, but not fast enough, and the Tigers get the first down. Mendoza split out to the far side. Bedgood to the near end. Yelton is the lead back off to the left, and the line is offset to the left side this time. Tigers take a snap. It's a little low. Hayes is just going to get back to the line of scrimmage. The play kind of slowed down a little bit in the backfield because of the low snap, and Viescas was able to get the handoff, but it just slowed the motion a little bit, and it'll be second down and 10. Ball in between the hashes. 4:43 to go. You're listening to Tiger Football here on Coyote Country and on the ESPN Alamogordo YouTube channel. No change in formation here. Two wide receivers. One split out to each end. Offset line to the quarterback's left now. Take the snap, and looking to throw is Viescas. He's got time. Now he's looking to run, and he's got room on the far side. He's got the 50, and he's going to be just short of the sticks. Got to the 49. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds at on the Ruidoso side of the field, but a good gainer, and it'll bring up third down and short. Tigers will need 2 yards for a first down, but solid work from Viescas to recognize Ruidoso drop back into a little bit of extra coverage. The pressure wasn't getting into the backfield, and so he had some time to run out to the far side. 3rd and 2. Snap to Viescas, handoff Hayes right up the middle, and he's close. I don't know if he's quite got it, though. We'll see. So Sean Hayes, who's been the main ball carrier, real close. They're going to bring out the chains to measure this one to see if it's a first down. Well, the white hat wanted to. Looked like the line judge didn't want to. There was a little bit of confusion there. No, are they not going to measure it? Okay, now they are going to bring it out. Let's see if the Tigers can pick up the first down with the help of the chain gang here. It's close. Stretch it out, and they're going to be just short, it looks like. Probably about half the length of the football. Yeah, they needed to get to the yard mark at the 47, and it's right between the 47 and the 48. So the Tigers need about half a yard, probably less than that, about a quarter of a yard to get the first down. 2 wide receivers, and they'll go with the pistol again. Tigers with a little bit of a hard count. They got lots of time on the play clock here. Viescas going to switch things around, move Yelton from the left to the right. And the handoff, Hayes right up the middle. He's got the first down. He'll be chopped down as he crosses the 40. And the Tigers come away with the first down. Got 8 when they needed about half a yard. 3rd first down in this drive for Alamogordo. And they'll have a first down and 10 from the Ruidoso 39. Clock continues to roll. About 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. 1 wide receiver to the near side, 1 at the top. And Viescas, we'll see Hayes shift to his left. He will hand it off to Hayes. Again, a little bit of a low snap. Sort of slowed down the play, and good penetration up front by the Warriors. Looked like Overhue was there. A couple others, and getting a little chippy in the middle, which you come to expect. I mean, the guys are fighting hard in the trenches, but there's a little bit kind of after the play on the last play for the Tigers, and there was a little bit after the play on that one by the Warriors, so I think that was kind of a payback there, I guess, or at least, hey, they didn't like that. That's be the way to say it. Viescas takes the snap out of the shotgun, hands it off Hayes. Hayes with running room. Hayes to the 30, to the 25, up the far sideline, and just a simple counter handoff. And the Tigers continue to march. They mark it at the 18-yard line. That is a 20-yard gain. And Sean Hayes continues to rack up the yardage here in this opening drive, and the Tigers turn around and hand it off to number 5 each time. This has been an impressive drive for the Tigers with 2:12 to go in the first quarter. Still no score. Second drive of the game for Alamogordo. Viescas out of the pistol. Now it's a shotgun look with the running back to his left. Handoff. Hayes carrying some tacklers with him across the 18-yard line. Looks he'll get to the 16, and they'll give him the 17-yard line. So it's a 1-yard gain. And second down and 8, second down and 9. Tigers need the 9 for a first down, or right in between the 8 and the 9 for a first down. One wide receiver out to the top side, one to the near. And a new running back in there for the Tigers. They bring in Michael Audette. Yelton is the lead back. That to the right. And the fake of the handoff. Viescas now trying to scramble in the backfield. He's in trouble. Now that was, I think they were trying to go play action, then a Julio, and then Viescas, as soon as he faked the handoff, there really wasn't pressure on him, but he was kind of juking around in the backfield. It was, I don't know if they were looking for the quarterback draw again to the left side, but that might have just been a read pass option for the quarterback and not what the Tigers wanted. So that's going to end up going for a loss back to the 25-yard line. It's a 7-yard loss. The snap, and Viescas will throw. There's pressure. Viescas able to get away from it to the 25, to the 20, and at least didn't take the Tigers out of field goal range, as he'll get to the 19, about where the original line of scrimmage was. 6-yard gain on the scramble for Viescas. And that'll bring up a fourth down, and it'll bring on Brett Money to kick. And it's the bonus of having a kicker like Brett Money. This is more than within his range. But crucial play for Viescas to not get sacked on that play, because he was in some trouble. All right, spots at the 26-yard line. So this is a 36-yard attempt from the near hash. Left-footed kicker in Brett Money. It's into the breeze here. Snap is good. Kick is up, and it's blocked. Breaking through looked like Layson Powell. They're going to pick up the ball, Ruidoso. And so we are going to see this ball placed at the 20. Not sure where they're marking that out at, 22. But a turnover, or at least a missed or blocked field goal, I should say. Wouldn't necessarily say missed, but somebody missed Layson Powell in terms of blocking him. He snuck through and was able to knock that down. And we've got a timeout called by the Tigers, and I think there was a player that did not get on the field for Alamogordo. He came on late. So not what Alamogordo wanted, to have to use a timeout right after that, but they only had 2 men on the line of scrimmage. Smarter to call the timeout and not make the mistake there, but the game clock had rolled down to 38 seconds here in the first quarter. The Tigers in their huddle here at the near side. So an impressive drive for the Tigers. They actually haven't thrown a pass yet. I think there was some intentions on throwing some passes, but ended up being quarterback scrambles. And I tell you what, on the plays the Tigers have tried to throw passes, either the coverage has been good for Ruidoso and it's forced Viescas into a scramble, or the pressure has gotten in the backfield very quickly and caused problems. So all right, Tigers ready to go. 3 down linemen. Taking the handoff for Guardiola. He's looking to throw. Now Madden's after him in the backfield. He scrambles first to his right and then to his left. Guardiola is going to get brought down. And I should say never really got brought down, but ran out of bounds, and it's going to be for a loss. Mark Prather is going to get the credit. Out to 21. So 2-yard loss in the play. So So he'll give Mark the sack there. 29 seconds, the clock stops as it went out of bounds. Good coverage, though, by the Tigers, and more importantly, good pressure for Alamogordo as J.P. Madden was able to get in the backfield and not let Guardiola sit back there. Two running backs, and they fake the handoff to Powell, but the handoff goes the other direction, and the Tigers swarm into the backfield. And it's number 27, Braxton Hall, on the carry, and that's going to be another loss. 1 yard loss on the run. Tiger fans looking to make some noise. I'll say it again, great crowd. Student section's been great over the last couple of seasons, and they are definitely ready to go tonight. And now, it's the end of the quarter. Okay, end of the first quarter, and we've got no score. Alamogordo and Ruidoso, both teams have, Tigers have had a couple drives. Ruidoso on their second drive, but still nobody able to put anything on the scoreboard. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard, it's the Tigers 0 and the Warriors 0. We'll come back after these messages.
It's celebration time here at Desert Sun Toyota. Come help us celebrate our 25 years of being in business right here in Alamogordo, and Toyota's Model Year End Closeout event is happening this month. We have truckloads of brand new Toyotas hitting the ground daily to help us celebrate, along with the strongest factory incentives of the year. Right now, receive up to $1,250 cash back on the new 2019 Toyota 4Runners, or up to $1,750 cash back on the #1 selling Tacoma. Highlanders are disappearing with $3,000 cash back or 0% financing. These are just a few of the many great incentives happening this month at Desert Sun Toyota. Desert Sun Toyota's used car supercenter is stacked with a great selection of quality pre-owned vehicles that all have been inspected to receive our lifetime powertrain, only offered at Desert Sun Auto Group. If you're in the market for a pre-owned truck, SUV, or car, come see why so many people vote Desert Sun #1 auto dealer in Otero County year after year. Find our inventory at DesertSunToyota.com.
Coyote Country 92.7, and you're tuned in here on the ESPN Alamogordo YouTube channel as well. Third and long for Ruidoso. It'll be third and about 15. They say 14 on the scoreboard. I'll say 14 as well. They go now left to right after you switch sides, the quarter stoppage. Tigers had a nice drive, but unfortunately stalled inside the 20-yard line, and a field goal ended up getting blocked. Ruidoso, in their opening drive, took it inside the Alamogordo 20 and were stopped on fourth down. Ruidoso converted on 2 fourth downs in the opening drive, both in Tiger territory. This is third down and long. They've already completed a fourth down and long. He faking the handoff. Guardiola will throw deep up the far sideline, and it is incomplete. I was looking for his receiver. That was Caden Clevenger. But it was to the inside, and it's a good inside position by the Tigers' Michael Audette, who's had to defend on a couple of those long throws by Guardiola. So the Tiger defense able to get off the field and force a 3-and-out after the missed field goal. Could have been a little momentum change there, but the Tigers able to come up with the stop, and the defense, again, has looked really solid. Julio Mendoza to return for the Tigers right about midfield. Waiting the snap, and it's a little low, picking it up and looking to run, and a lot of running room here for Powell. He is about to the 30, and I think he got the first down. He did. He got to the 35. The Tigers, I don't know, it didn't look like they were quite ready for the possibility that the initial formation sort of looked like that could be the case. 16-yard gain for Powell. And just lots of running room on the near side. And the Tigers unable to get off the field on fourth down. That's the second fourth down conversion in this game for Ruidoso. Two wide receivers at the top side, one at the bottom end. And Guardiola back in at quarterback out of the pistol. He will hand it off, and right up the middle, J.P. Madden brings down Jericho Frizzell. JP has had quite a game. He had a nice tackle on Big Grant Oberhue on a third down play on that opening drive. They try to just a little inside toss handoff to Oberhue with the rest of the offense going in the other direction. It was a key play. 2nd and 11. Ball in between the two hashes. And Guardiola takes the snap, fakes it, looking to throw. And he's got a man going right down the middle of the field. It's a first down. And a first down to number 34, Xavier Otero. Reese Cady came up with the stop. And the ball goes all the way to the Alamogordo 42-yard line. 23-yard gain on the completion. Tigers bought on the play action, and it was just a route straight up the field. Man in motion from left to right, and the handoff trying to stretch it out to the near side. They tossed it on the jet sweep, and it's definitely a little chippy out there. And I'll tell you what, number 69 was in the face of the Tiger defender while he was on the ground. It was a good block by number 69, but he kind of laid on top of the Alamogordo defender. The play only gains 1 yard. And I couldn't tell who it was, but listen, that's football. Guys are going to get physical out there, but you can definitely tell in a lot of these plays. I don't know if Ruidoso's come in with a chip on their shoulder or whatever it is, or they just play with a little bit of an extra attitude out there, but you've noticed it, or at least I've noticed it from up here. Faking the handoff and a run to number 27, Braxton Hall. So they faked it to Powell, but gave it to Hall. Hall is going to, let's see where he got to. I don't know if we've got, they called a penalty flag. There was a discussion going on between the umpire.
Please do not remain in the catwalk area or stand at the railing. Thank you.
And the official, or some of the Tiger officials, or I shouldn't say the Tiger officials, Tiger players, but it seemed like there was a couple different things going on the field there. Anyway, that ended up being a 5-yard gain. Here's 3rd down. Guardiola rolling to his left. He's in trouble, and boy, that was very nearly intercepted. Good job by, is that Ellswick that got into the backfield? I think Ellswick was able to get in the backfield. They were trying a bubble screen out to the far side, but it's going to be an incompletion. It was nearly a backwards pass. It was lucky for Guardiola that was going forward on the play. We've got a whistle and a timeout called by Ruidoso. It's going to be another 4th down decision for them. They haven't been shy about going for it here so far. 9:01 to go, 2nd quarter. Still no score. Ball at the Alamogordo 37 when we come back.
Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach A.J. Cisco and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
You're listening to Coyote Country 92.7 and the ESPN Alamogordo YouTube channel. And the Warriors look like they're going to go for it again. They went for it on 4th down on a fake punt inside their own 20. No surprise they're going for it again. This is the 4th time they've gone. They've converted on 2 of 3. Guardiola takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looking to throw in the pocket, lets it go, and no penalty. Wow, I'm surprised the Tigers didn't get called for pass interference, but I guess maybe a little bit of hand fighting both ways. And again, Michael Audette in coverage up the near sideline, and the Tigers will get the ball back on 4th down. That play was intended for Aiden Gass, the wide receiver. And really no luck so far on those plays for the Warriors. Those sideline routes or those go routes up the sideline And up to this point, in one-on-one defense, the Tigers have done a pretty good job. 5 wide receivers for the Tigers. It's 8:54 to go in the second quarter and no score. So Viescas in the backfield by himself. 3 down linemen for Ruidoso. They bring an extra one, and running to his right will be Viescas, and he's not going to get much there. Tigers don't really seem to be interested in throwing the football much. And then, not sure what happened after the play, but Brandon Bedgood, I think, may get tossed out of this game. It was a big O, which makes me think maybe it was a punch thrown. Brandon's on the bench, but I don't know if if it's an ejection or if it's just a push. But I don't know if there's a game plan for Ruidoso to try to get under Alamogordo's skin, because you can tell that they've been doing little things to maybe try and get the Tigers riled up a little bit. And listen, if the Tigers bite on it, that's on them. I mean, you got to be able to control yourself in those situations. And even if somebody's talking in your ear and whatever's going on that may be bothering you, you got to have the ability to not hurt your team with a 15-yard penalty like that. So that's tough stuff for Alamogordo. It's going to take it all the way back to the 22-yard line. I wasn't paying attention, and yeah, it looks like Brandon's headed to the locker room. So I would assume it was a punch. And no real complaint from the Tiger bench or the no booing from the Tiger stands. I think they probably understood. Viescas back to pass and tosses it up near sideline, and it's going to be picked off. Powell's got it, just kind of tossed it up for anybody to grab, and Powell comes away with the pick at the 45-yard line. And again, it looks like some extracurricular afterwards. Isaac Duarte this time, and the Tigers just not controlling themselves. They've got to get their attitude in the right direction, because if you're going to do those stuff after the play, you're going to get called for penalties. And I'm telling you, it looks like a tactic for Ruidoso. They're trying to do anything they can to try and get under the Alamogordo skin here a little bit, and Alamogordo's biting into it. I don't know what exactly is going on there in the trenches. I don't know if it's talk. I don't know if it's, taking little liberties here and there that is bothering Alamo. But I don't know. Sitting up here, it's hard to really say what exactly happened. It's another dead ball penalty on Alamogordo, and so another 15-yard penalty. You got to be able to get control of yourself. Tigers, listen, they're good enough to win this football game from what I've seen so far. And, those kind of penalties, that drive was probably about over. And not a pass that was probably going to be completed in that spot. So unfortunately for Alamo, just I'm sure not making the kind of plays that Coach Cisco wants them to, that they need to get their emotions under control here a little bit and play within the game. And in a couple of different ways. But, you've had one of their best players in Brandon Bedgood that's in the locker room because of a bad move on his part. I didn't see what exactly happened. I would assume for him getting tossed out of the game that it was probably a punch. And by the reaction of the crowd. And there, that play was, you saw Isaac Duarte on the ground with, and it was number 69 for Ruidoso, Michael Marin, who kind of did a similar thing to one of the Tiger players in an earlier spot, but it was within the whistles. And so, he pancaked him to the ground, and maybe there was a little bit extra at the end. But, the officials didn't see anything there, and you can't try to take stuff into your own hands. It's not going to end well. The officials are, especially if you do something afterwards, the officials are usually going to catch the second guy. It's always going to be that way. So you got to try to not let it get to you. So this is a big moment here for the Tigers. They need to try and keep Ruidoso off the scoreboard. Guardiola hands it off, run to the near side, and Stopped at the 25 after decent yardage, number 27, Braxton Hall, as he brings it off right tackle. Give him 6.
Second down and 4.
Second down and 4 for Ruidoso at the Alamogordo 25. 8:09 to go in the second quarter. Two wide receivers the top end, one wide receiver to the near side. Running back to the right of Guardiola. Tigers with 4 down linemen. Fake. Keeping it is Guardiola. Long, holding on to it. Boy, yeah, there's the holding penalty. Absolutely. Guardiola's going to run to the 10-yard line, but definitely a hold on the Ruidoso offensive line. I don't think I don't know if that was the guard or the tackle that expected Guardiola to be running to that end, and when the Tiger player tried to release and run after the quarterback, the offensive lineman had a big handful of jersey and wouldn't let him go. So it's going to be about a 10-yard penalty. It's from the spot and holding in high school football, so it looks like it may go for about 11. So that definitely helps out the Tigers a little bit. We'll bring up second and 15. Ruidoso needs the Alamogordo 21. Ball will be at Ruidoso needs the Alamogordo 21. Now it's at the Alamogordo 36. They'll roll the clock. 7:41 to go second quarter. We're still all zeros here. And they're going to throw up the far sideline. Got a man. Oh, almost intercepted. I think one of the Tiger defenders didn't really help out Julio Mendoza on the far side trying to make the pick. Mendoza was trying to jump up there and grab it, and when he did, one of the Tiger players undercut him. And third down and long on the incompletion. Looked like it was going to be a screenplay. The entire Ruidoso line tried to cut out the Tiger defensive line. And now it is a screenplay, and they get it to Oberhue. Oberhue trying to work his way up the near sideline. He is not going to get the first down. We've got a penalty flag from the far line, and we've got a penalty flag from the umpire. And the play looked weird. Nobody moved really for Ruidoso. Let the Tiger defenders get through. Maybe a legal player downfield on the screen. Yeah, ineligible player downfield. So somebody on that offensive line released too early before they tried the screenplay. So they had gotten past the line of scrimmage. And that'll mark it off. I would assume from the previous line of scrimmage.
John Sloan, please pay attention out there.
And waiting to see where they're going to mark this. Are they going to mark this off from the other line of scrimmage, or are they going to mark it off from the spot of the foul? Ineligible downfield. Okay, they're going to mark it off from the line of scrimmage, not from where the spot of the foul was. Which is, I don't believe ineligible downfield is a spot foul. I believe it's from where you were previously, so that'll be another 10 yards. So a little bit of confusion, but they'll... What did they mark it? Oh, look like okay, they marked it off 5 yards. Okay. So it'll be third and longer now. One wide receiver to the near side, trips to the top. Guardiola with the running back to his left. Just a straight drop back here. Tigers bring a blitz. Guardiola able to sneak through. Tigers did have him spied, but he's going to keep on running here, and he's going to get near the first down. Tigers sent a blitz up the middle, and Guardiola found a seam to sneak up. They had a linebacker that was watching him, but he couldn't make the stop. And so Guardiola takes it all the way inside the 25 down to the 23-yard line, and they're going to try to hurry up a fourth down play here. Tigers need to be ready. Oh, and there's a false start for Ruidoso. So that hurts them. Their guard jumped and was trying to pull already and obviously didn't have the snap count. So they were trying to hurry to get the Tigers off balance, but unfortunately it hurt themselves.
4th down and 7. Tiger fans, let's rally those boys out there.
Fourth down and 7, and Ruidoso again looking to go for it. The play clock is running down. I don't think they have punted or kicked a field goal on 4th down yet in this game, but the Tigers have stopped them twice. Guardiola in the shotgun. Play clock. I think the play clock's up. Yep, they didn't get it off in time. That's a delay of game. So another 5-yard penalty, the false start, and then a delay.
Ball start on the offense.
I guess they actually called false start on the play. 5-yard penalty either way, and another 4th down. This will be 4th down and longer. This is Ruidoso's kind of shot themselves in the foot a little bit on this drive. They got a great run from their quarterback, Guardiola, down to about only needing 2 yards to first down, but back-to-back penalties, a false start, and what looked like a delay of game. I guess the official called false start, though, on the near sideline. Trips near side, one to the top. Tigers crowding the line of scrimmage, 3 down linemen. They bring just 3, drop everybody else into coverage. They've got a man wide open, and he's going to catch it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ruidoso. Tigers have done pretty well on one-on-one so far in this game. And the catch made by Caden Clevenger, just a skinny post, and the Tigers unable to keep pace with the wide receiver. It's a 33-yard touchdown, and Ruidoso gets on the scoreboard. And they're going to go for 2 here. Tigers trying to stretch it out. Powell looking for the sideline, and a nice tackle made at the near side. Looked like number 12 for Alamogordo, Dominic Halstead. No, I'm sorry, it was 32. So Reese Cady came in and made the stop. Tigers trailing 6-0, 5:56 to go in the second quarter. We'll take a break. This is Tiger football. 6-0, Alamogordo leads on the Richardson Motor scoreboard.
If you find yourself frustrated because your internet is slow, then you need to call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company. They have the speed, the reliability, and the customer service to turn your frustration into smiles. Now, doesn't that sound like a better plan? Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company at 585-2700 and get connected today.
Sometimes you just need a loan. Your daughter Debbie is getting married. Your son Toby needs a new tuba. Let's face it, families cost money. Things come up that you had no way of predicting. We make personal loans for occasions like this to people who have good credit. So next time you find yourself connected to the unexpected, stop in and see us about a personal loan, subject to credit approval. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
This is Coyote Country 92.7, the ESPN Alamogordo YouTube channel. Ruidoso able to punch in the end zone after the Tigers turned it over on an interception and had 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties that hurt them as well. Another short kick that will be taken, and the handoff goes to Mendoza. Mendoza able to sneak away from one defender to the 35, 40 up the near sideline, 45, 50, still inbounds across the 40, and a big return for the Tigers. They tried the starburst play. There wasn't much to it. Cisco caught the play, or caught the kickoff, and then just turned around and handed off to Julio Mendoza, and the Tigers with a big play on special teams to give them great field position. Now the Tiger offense needs to make something happen. First and 10 from the Ruidoso 36. One wide receiver out to the far. It's a new number out there with Bedgood out of the game. That's Clavon Spencer. Viescas with Hayes behind him. Merrill is the tight end off to the near side, and the lead back is Yelton. Switching to his right, from behind him is Hayes. Sean Hayes right up the middle, and again, good yardage on first down to the 29. He's going to pick up 7 on first down. Tigers' offensive line's created some nice holes for Sean Hayes tonight. They're going to bring Sean out of the game. I don't know if he did he tweak something there on that play? Yeah, he's limping around a little bit as he comes to the sideline, but it looks like he's just trying to walk it off. So Sean Hayes carried the ball 11 times for the Tigers. Alamo has only thrown 1 pass. It's been an interception. 2nd and 3. Mendoza's in the backfield now. They give it to him, and it's a reverse coming around the near side, and it's going to be no chance there for the Tigers. And boy, there's a lot of staring down after plays. Now, I don't know, maybe Alamogordo was talking a lot before the game or during the game. You wonder what leads to that, but it's a great play by Overhue. But again, after he makes the play, he's staring the guy down afterwards. That's something you see as much in high school football. But I don't know if Alamogordo is bringing this on. Emilio Minez, by the way, on the play. It's a 3-yard loss. I'm just trying to figure out the chippiness. I mean, I don't know if this is for Ruidoso playing Alamogordo, the bigger school. It's intriguing to me. Viescas. Quick throw and tried to find Aaron Cisco, but he really wasn't ready for it at the 20. And will the Tigers try a field goal here? They've got the ball to 32. Wind would be with Brett Money. Be a long field goal, though. They'd probably be close to 50 yards.
Come on, Tigers, let's move on, Jay.
Alamogordo just standing around at the moment. I think they're going to use a timeout here. So Coach Cisco wants to talk it over. So timeout on the field, 4:15 to go. Tigers trying to avoid a 3-and-out here after a great return from Julio Mendoza off the kickoff. We'll take a break. You listen to Coyote Country and the ESPN Alamogordo YouTube channel.
Are you looking for letter jackets? Need trophies, plaques, or awards? It's all at the Winner's Circle. Personalize your student's letter jacket with stitching or embroidery. Get customized engraving on your trophies, plaques, and awards. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. Have you seen our in-store remodel? Stop by and visit us today at 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Come see us at the Winner's Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
Tigers trailing 6-0 on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. 4:15 to go in the second quarter, and it looks like Alamogordo's going to go for it here. Not going to try to kick a field goal. Would have been a long one, and maybe just feeling the pressure of needing to, with Ruidoso going for it on 4th down as much as they have, maybe feeling the pressure a little bit. But Ruidoso defense has done well to not break in this game. They've bent a little bit. Tigers back to throw. Viescas rolling to his left, going to throw to the end zone. It is caught for the touchdown. Emilio Minez able to grab it. There were 2 defenders right there, and it just was able to drop in. And the Tigers a 32-yard touchdown on 4th down. And a little tit for tat there for the Tigers as they'll be able to go right back. Except I see a penalty flag all of a sudden.
Flag on the play.
And it's up at the 17, 18-yard line. And too many men on Ruidoso. So Ruidoso had 12 on the field, and the Tigers still were able to score there. How about that? 32-yard touchdown. Too many men. So illegal substitution on the field for Ruidoso. And so the Tigers will kick the extra point. and try to take the lead here. We're tied at 6 with 4:09 to go. Cisco, the holder. Ball spotted at the 10. Couple of steps back for money. He lines it up and transitions to his right. Snap down, kick up. And this one's good. And Brett's had some bad luck this year. A bad snap on the extra point try in the opening game against Valencia. A blocked field goal in this game. And he's able to knock through his first one through the uprights this season. And Alamogordo able to take advantage of that great return from Julio Mendoza. And Ryan Viescas chucked one in the end zone, kind of on a little bit of a hope and a prayer, but it landed in the hands of Julio Mendoza, or rather I should say Emilio Minez, and he makes the grab. Tigers in front, 4:09 to go on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, 7-6 here in the second quarter.
Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach A.J. Cisco and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
Slow internet again? Signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service? It's all about you. Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company to get connected. 585-2700.
So we had a penalty on Ruidoso, which looks like they're marking it off 15 yards. I don't know what. That must have been some type of personal foul, or certainly wasn't the illegal substitution. That's a 5-yard penalty. So I missed the penalty at the end of that drive. It's been a chippy game. We've seen one ejection already. Both teams have definitely been staring at their opponents maybe a little bit longer after plays, or finishing plays off a little bit stronger. By the way, the big cheer from the crowd. Brett was able to knock it through the uprights there from the 45 off the tee. Pretty impressive, and by a pretty hefty margin as well. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Ruidoso at their own 20. The Tiger defense back on the fields. And I feel like they've had a pretty good game. They've just had to make a lot of stops. Ruidoso's not been shy about going for it on 4th down pretty much this entire game. So they really have been aggressive, and it's helped them to this point. The Tigers have gotten off the field on a few occasions, but not all of them. And we've got... Boy, the Tigers, I thought there was a penalty, and the ball's going to be knocked down the backfield. Is that Giroux that got in there, or I think that was 55? Okay. Okay, no, it was 65. It was Shane Sargent. Okay. The PA threw me off there. I thought it was going to be at the be number 55, or thought it was 65 initially. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Incomplete pass. What was strange there, it looked like the Tigers thought that there was going to be a penalty. One of the linebackers was clapping, and then the play went on. So it was, I thought initially there was a false start or a delay of game or something. But Guardiola in the pistol, running back behind him, trips to the near side. He drops the snap, able to pick it up. Tigers are in the backfield. They're going to be able to bring him down. They are. They had one man back there pretty quickly. Shane Sargent able to get the sack for the Tigers. Trying to tell who that was initially that got into the backfield for the Tigers. I think it was Max Merrill that was in there quickly that initially caused some problems for Guardiola after the bad snap. was either him or Mark Prather, one of the two, but the sack is there for Shane Sargent. And the Tigers fans trying to get loud for their defense with 3:23 to go in the second quarter. 2 wide receivers at the top, one in the near. I can't imagine Ruidoso will be careful. They haven't been much tonight. We got whistles and a penalty flag. And another pre-snap penalty, this time a false start on Ruidoso. Both teams with penalties tonight, and pretty big yardage on a lot of them. We've seen 2 unsportsmanlikes on the Tigers. It seemed like a personal foul on Ruidoso after the extra point. But I got to think that's going to be a discussion in the locker room for both coaches to say, try and you don't want to take off that edge, but you want to calm your team down a little bit to where you're not getting penalties. That's, having that edge and having that fire is a good thing to a point. Guardiola back to pass. Tigers blitz. They're after him. He gets away from the defender, but good pursuit on the backside by the Tigers as they're able to bring down Guardiola. This time it is number 55, Connor Brown, making the play. As getting to the 20, check that, the 16-yard line. That's a 5-yard gain on the run, but that had the makings of another big run for Guardiola like he had on the 4th or 3rd down run on the last drive. Tigers are going to be very aware of a possible fake, with the punter being the exceptionally athletic Layson Powell. Powell ran for a first down on a 4th and long, about this distance the last time. So the Tigers going to be keeping a close eye on that. Powell looks like he's going to punt this time. Gets it off. It's high in the air. And Mendoza makes a nice fair catch grab at the 43. Powell was looking for maybe a running into the kicker or roughing the kicker, but I don't see a penalty flag down. He went down on the play. That was a good play by Mendoza to maybe not allow a rollout, but more importantly, it was not an easy catch on the fair catch. The Tigers have an opportunity here with 2:04 to go in the second quarter to try to extend their lead going into the locker room. Ruidoso will get the ball to begin the second half. Very much a high-risk, high-reward situation for Alamogordo. You don't want to get a turnover and give the ball back to Ruidoso. 2 wide receivers, 1 running back. Everybody else in the line besides the quarterback Viescas in the pistol. Hayes will move to his left, and Hayes will get the football. Goes straight up the middle. Hayes able to break a tackle and get to the next level across the 35, and he's close to a Tiger first down. They will mark him at the 30, right at about the 33. They're going to stop the clock. I think the question is, did he get the first down? It is right at the marker. And they're going to, I think, say second down. Still no official decision yet from the White Hat. Oh, they're going to call it first down. He's going to look at the sticks and say first down. So the Tigers able to pick up a first down. So we'll move the chains. First down and 10 from the Ruidoso 33. 1:48 to go. The clock rolls. Tigers have, I don't believe, any timeouts left. Yeah, they're out. And the handoff again. Hayes pushes across the 30 to the 28. Tigers don't want to be too lackadaisical here. Get to the line of scrimmage and get the next play going. It's a 5-yard gain, second down and 5. But the clock rolls. 1:24 to go. Tiger passing game hasn't been that solid, so if they can try to run it and maybe even get just into field goal position, I think that you don't necessarily want to just look for a field goal here. Viescas will hand it off. No, he's going to keep it and gets behind Hayes, and we got a penalty flag back at the 28-yard line. Viescas is going to get to the 21, but the question is, what's the call here if it's going to be a hold on Alamogordo would think to be in the area or some type of illegal block. And it is a hold on Alamogordo.
Holding on the Tigers.
Tigers will, from the original line of scrimmage, lose about 8 yards. The penalty flag is about 2 yards in front of the 28. Yeah, they held the read pass option there for a while. Viescas just kind of held it in the gut of Hayes. And so the play sort of developed slow, and so I think the blockers probably had to hold on to their blocks a little bit longer. Well, they're going to mark it to – they shouldn't be marking it to the 38. The penalty was – okay, now to the 37. All right, that's right. So it's about it is a 10-yard penalty, but it's only 9 yards from the line of scrimmage previous. And even minutes ago, and they roll the clock. Viescas takes the snaps a little low, and he's got somebody coming from his blind side. He's able to shake the tackle, but then he's going to lose his footing and fall at the 45. So he made a great play to get away from the man coming from the weak side. And it'll be third down and long for Alamogordo. I don't think the Tigers are going to get too crazy here. If they could pick up maybe 10 yards on the play, and, well, they couldn't run up and spike it. They would just have to get the field goal unit on quick. Viescas looking to throw, and one defender in the backfield quickly. Viescas throws, and it's going to one-hop towards Cisco. Cisco is looking for a hold on the play. Does not get the penalty flag. That's something else we've seen a fair amount of as well tonight from both sides, is looking towards the officials for penalty flags. And the Tigers, with 21 seconds left, I would think punt. This is a little bit too long for Brett. But it's interesting that I have to think about it. I mean, the line of scrimmage is at the 45. That would be a long field goal for an NFL kicker.
Number 3, Brett Money sets the punt for the Tigers.
But just goes to show how talented Brett is, because I'm sitting here going, yeah, maybe he might be able to do that. Good snap. And Money will put the boot into it and goes into the end zone. Trying for a little coffin corner there. Got a penalty flag on the far side. Right, that's the line of scrimmage.
Slide on the play.
It's going to be an illegal formation, or an illegal formation on Alamogordo.
False start on the Tigers.
Now, not a false start. They let the play go, so it's got to be an illegal formation. I don't know if Ruidoso is going to make him kick it again. Not a bad call. You know, you hope for maybe a bad snap. You hope for one of your defenders to get in there and block it, or more importantly, you've got one of your more talented players returning the punt. Looks like that's Camden Johnson back there. No, it's 34, not 4. Xavier Otero is back there to return. So they're going to make Alamogordo kick it again. 14 seconds left in the quarter. Tigers leading 7-6 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Each team with a touchdown. Ruidoso went for 2 and were stopped. The Tigers went ahead and kicked through the extra point. All right, Money's standing at his own 35. See if he can really get the boot into it again here. He kicked that one about 50 yards the last time. And it's high and nice end over end. That's a good punt out into the corner. And the Tigers able to get there and make the stop. Good tackle. Otero able to get a couple of yards. And another penalty flag. And they're going to call another illegal formation on Alamogordo. There's only 3 seconds left on the clock now. Ruidoso is going to make him kick it again. And so Coach Cisco is going to ask what exactly the line judge is seeing on the far side that it's an illegal formation. And the far line judge, it didn't look like quiet talking between him, and I think Coach Cisco just wanted to know what are we doing wrong all of a sudden. So I don't know if maybe they've got one player that's not lining up right on the line of scrimmage. That's causing it, that they just have too many men in the backfield. All right, one more time. Money standing at his own 30. This will end the quarter. Well, if it's another penalty on the Tigers, then it won't necessarily end the quarter. But so now I'm watching. Now I'm just watching that far line judges to make sure that they're okay. Money's just going to go ahead and take this and run it out of bounds to the far side. So didn't want to take any chances. That'll end the quarter. And the Tigers will head to the locker room, as will the Warriors. All right, so it's halftime on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. 7-6, Alamogordo in front. That half never wanted to end. That time, for whatever reason, that time, I didn't really see any difference in the Tigers' formation, but clearly there was something there that they didn't do the last couple of times. I don't know. All right, we'll take a break. You're listening to Coyote Country 92.7, and also joining us on the ESPN Alamogordo YouTube channel. Stay with us.
Vision Ford Lincoln has scorching summer deals now through month's end. 2019 Ford F-150s. Horsepower, torque, and awesome towing capabilities. Get up to $5,000 cash back or choose 0% financing for up to 72 months. The 2019 Ford Edge is loaded with up to $6,050 cash back or choose $4,050 cash back and 0% financing for up to 60 months. The stylish 2019 Ford Escape, get $4,425 cash back or choose $1,175 cash back with 0% financing for up to 60 months. The 2019 Ford Fusion sedan has up to $2,920 cash back or choose $1,670 cash back and 0% for up to 60 months. And the all-new 2019 Ford EcoSport. Get up to $4,415 cash back or choose $915 cash back and 2.9% for 36 months. Vision Ford Lincoln, 1500 South White Sands in Alamogordo. VisionFordLincoln.com. Financing on approved credit. See dealer for details.
When someone thinks they have a better idea, like a new way to make it or a new place to take it, they start their own business. Every small business has not-so-small ambitions. We can help you with about every financial service you'll need, like e-statements to save your filing space, mobile banking from your smartphone, lines of credit for expansion, and online account access. To us, there's nothing small about small business. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
The Winter Circle, your hometown shop for all local team apparel. Get hats, shirts, jackets, and more. Cheer on the Tigers, Wildcats, and all your favorite teams in style. You can also personalize your apparel with custom silkscreen or embroidery. The Winter Circle, a family-owned business, continuing the tradition of supporting local athletics.
Come see us at the Winter Circle. Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Hey, Mike, what's your favorite car?
That's easy. Chevy Camaro. Johnson, what's your favorite truck?
Even easier, the GMC Sierra AT4, autographed by Chuck Norris himself.
Oh my gosh, no way. Me too.
Mikey, what's your favorite place to buy your new car? Desert Sun Motors Chevrolet.
Oh my God, did we just become best friends? After the Appreciation Day at Desert Sun Chevrolet, we have made so many new friends.
Mike, what did you expect? With all that money you saved them in rebates and supplier pricing,
I still have more savings and deals for the month of August. Right now on a brand new GMC Sierra 1500, you can save up to $10,000 off.
With little or no money down financing, vehicle purchases have never been easier. Keep your money in your pockets and drive away in a brand new vehicle from Desert Sun Chevrolet.
If I can't fit a vehicle in your budget, Jonathan has plenty of late model pre-owned to save you money.
I am paying more than average market value for your trade.
So come see us at 2600 North White Sands Boulevard.
Shop online at DesertSunMotors.com.
You're listening to Coyote Country 92.7 and also ESPN Alamogordo 103.7's YouTube channel. We hope next week we'll be back over on our sister station, 103.7 FM. We believe we will be. But make sure you pay attention to our Facebook page, facebook.com/ESPN Alamogordo, and also the Coyote Country Facebook page, and let you know what's going on with all of that stuff in terms of where you can tune in for Tiger Sports. So, you know, an interesting first half. I think both teams' offense were able to move the football at times. I think both teams' defense had some nice stops. The Tigers were able to work the ball, I think, 2 times down the field pretty well. Unfortunately, one of them ended in a blocked field goal. The other one, actually, they've only had one really sustained drive. I would take that back. They've had one really sustained drive. That ended in the blocked field goal. The touchdown pass came on a long return from Julio Mendoza. Alamogordo was in trouble, and Ryan Viescas with a touchdown pass to Emilio Minez. It was Hail Mary-ish. He just kind of chucked it up. And the two defenders overran the play, and Minez was able to come back to it and catch it in the end zone. And the Tigers took the 7-6 lead. Ruidoso, meanwhile, it's been the big story for them has been fourth downs. They've been able to convert on a number of fourth downs, including a fake punt inside their own 20. They've also done it a couple of times in Tiger territory, but on some of the key plays, Alamogordo has been able to come up with stops. So that's, I think both teams have very much had a bend but don't break bit of philosophy tonight, or just the way that the game has gone. The Tigers have looked best when they've been just trying to run the football straight down the field and avoiding penalties. Sean Hayes has had a great game. We'll get you some stats for him coming up here in just a little while. But Hayes has been the main piece of the offense for the Tigers. For the Warriors, I think you got to give it to Gage Guardiola. I mean, he's been the difference for the most part. He's made some big pass plays and scrambles on third and fourth downs, a lot of times third and long, fourth and long. The other aspect, I think, to that first half is the chippiness, and on both sides. We saw Alamogordo get 2 unsportsmanlike penalties, including one player getting ejected. Ruidoso got either a personal foul or an unsportsmanlike penalty on an extra point, and it just seems like there's been a lot of talking. Guys maybe finishing plays overly aggressive, but you can't fault somebody for finishing out a play, but there's been a lot of let's stare after the play, let's lay on top of a guy a little bit longer, and it's been on both sides. Both teams have done it. So I'm thinking that the talking was going on from the get-go, and it just went from there, would be my guess. I'd say Alamogordo hasn't controlled their emotions the way that they need to. Ruidoso's been a little bit better at it, but it's going to be a very interesting second half to see who can really handle things better in the second half to avoid those type of penalties and not hurt your team. Even if you're upset, you feel like somebody did something wrong, got to try to avoid that kind of thing and not let it bug you. So I think that's going to be a real key part of who comes out of here with a victory in the second half. I think both coaches, I'm sure, are trying to tell their guys, I want you to play with that energy and that edge and that passion, but you can't make dumb plays that are going to get penalties on you. The homecoming court is being announced right now. The Tiger Band is playing them on. I don't know if we're going to get, hopefully we're going to get a Tiger Band performance tonight. That was one of the other bummers of our rain out a couple weeks ago, is we didn't get to see Tiger Band perform. So I am sure we'll get that. We've still got about 13 minutes left on the clock. And plenty more coming up during halftime. We'll hear from our Tiger Athlete of the Week, Dion Molina, easy for me to say, from Lake Tiger Soccer. They're at home tomorrow on Saturday at 1 p.m., taking on the Clovis Lady Wildcats over at Reiner Steinhoff Soccerplex. So a big cheer from the crowd for one of the court members out there for the homecoming court, and looking forward to seeing who gets named. A special time for these students. It's always a fun experience, and hope that all these young men and women are getting to enjoy this experience. All right, we're going to take a commercial break. Come back. We'll get you some halftime stats. On the Register Motor scoreboard, it's Alamogordo 7, Ruidoso 6. Back after this.
Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach A.J. Sisko and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
Tularosa Basin Telephone Company is famous for keeping you connected. They promise to deliver fast speed, provide a reliable network, and do it all with a smile. Their customer service team is on top of every call with the answers you need. In fact, they believe their customers are the most important part of their business. Give Tularosa Basin Telephone Company a call at 585-2700 for the internet experience you've been waiting for.
If you and your family are looking for a new home, you don't have to look far for a home mortgage. As a community bank, we not only have great rates, we offer you friendly financial service right here in the neighborhood. There are a lot of options in real estate lending. We're here to see that you get a loan you can live with. Talk to us about your home mortgage. We're an equal housing lender. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Are you looking for letter jackets? Need trophies, plaques, or awards? It's all at the Winner's Circle. Personalize your student's letter jacket with stitching or embroidery. Get customized engraving on your trophies, plaques, and awards. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. Have you seen our in-store remodel? Stop by and visit us today at 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Come see us at the Winner's Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
You're listening to Coyote Country 92.7 and the ESPN Alamogordo YouTube channel. Special Tiger football presentation tonight. We hope to be back on our 103.7 ESPN sister station next week, but we've had a couple of nights, or we've had a night and a half of Tiger football. We didn't get to quite finish things 2 Fridays ago. Stats from the first half. Quarterback Ryan Viescas is 2 for 3 with 32 yards and a touchdown and an interception. He's also got 17 yards rushing on the night. 82 yards rushing for Sean Hayes, 4, 8, 10, 12, 13 carries. He has been the offense for the most part for the Tigers. And a 32-yard touchdown grab by Emilio Manes, the only catch of the game. So check that, 1 for 3 for Viescas passing tonight. They've dropped back into passing plays, but unfortunately the Ruidoso pressure has not allowed that to work out well for the Tigers in a couple of spots. 78 yards passing for Gage Guardiola, a touchdown. He's also got 29 yards rushing. He's been the go-to guy so far. The main ball carrier out of the backfield has been Braxton Hall. He's got 5 carries for 16 yards, 16 yards rushing for Layson Powell. That came on that fake punt. And not much else to speak of for the Warriors in the rushing game, but they've done a little bit better in the passing game than the Tigers. Their big tight end, Grant Overhugh's got 22 yards receiving. Number 34, Xavier Otero with 23 yards. And 33 yards for Caden Klebinger, and that came on the touchdown grab. So that's where we are at Tiger Athlete of the Week. It's Dion Molina of Lady Tigers Soccer. And back.
This is your ESPN Alamogordo Tiger Athlete of the Week Spotlight, brought to you by the Winner's Circle and Vision Ford Lincoln. This week's athlete is Dion Molina of Lady Tiger Soccer.
Guys, we've gotten off to a pretty good start this season. How do you feel like you've played personally so far to begin the year?
I feel like I've been playing with a lot more confidence this year than last year. My vision on the field a lot better than last year also, just overall playing a lot better.
And you've been very active in either scoring goals or helping out on goals and assists. You like getting involved in a lot of the scoring plays we've seen so far?
Yeah, I love giving either assists to people or even scoring. It's just a great feeling to have.
Overall, you feel like the team is playing pretty well? You guys have some room for improvement. What's the feeling among the team right now?
I feel like we had a rough start at first, but then we get into the flow eventually throughout the games. So I think we had a good game last night, actually, but I think we can still improve a little bit to our best, and we'll be good to go.
Yeah. What do you enjoy more? Do you like those intense games where it's close all the way, or do you like going out there and winning by 8 or 9 goals or something like that?
No, I love the intense game. The intensity just makes it so much of a better game for us. So it makes us push ourselves to play harder as a team. And those are just so fun.
You are a senior this year. Well, first off, how'd you get started playing soccer? What age did you pick it up at?
I started playing at 4 years old. I think my mom just kind of threw me in there because she threw me in all the sports, and I just stuck with soccer ever since. And, yeah.
What is it about the sport that you love, maybe than playing some of the others?
I just like how it's more physical than other sports. It's more contact, more hustling. You just do a lot more than just, standing and hitting a ball or something.
Have you started thinking about plans for after high school? Is college on your radar?
I wasn't thinking of playing soccer in college, but now that I'm playing my senior year, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is my last year. So I'm kind of start thinking about it now. Let's start playing in college.
So you're hoping that you'll get that opportunity.
Yeah.
All right. How about studies? Have you thought about what you wanted to do in college?
I just wanted to go somewhere in like the medical field.
Okay.
Somewhere in that area. I'm not sure what though.
Well, you guys are back at it at Lovington. Another long road trip for you guys on Thursday, and then on Saturday back at home. You guys are hosting
Clovis.
Clovis, that's right. Thank you. She had me open up there. So a couple of big games coming up for you this week. What's been the talk? You guys just want to get out there and play some solid soccer?
Yeah, just play hard as a team, get wins.
Okay. Well, we certainly hope that's the case, and we'll look forward to seeing the team at home again, 3 o'clock for varsity on Saturday. Dion, congratulations on being athlete.
Thank you.
All right.
Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach AJ Cisco and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
If you find yourself frustrated because your internet is slow, then you need to call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company. They have the speed, the reliability, and the customer service to turn your frustration into smiles. Now, doesn't that sound like a better plan? Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company at 585-2700 and get connected today.
When someone thinks they have a better idea, like a new way to make it or a new place to take it, they start their own business. Every small business has not so small ambitions. We can help you with about every financial service you'll need, like e-statements to save your filing space, mobile banking from your smartphone, lines of credit for expansion, and online account access. To us, there's nothing small about small business. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
The Winter Circle, your hometown shop for all local team apparel. Get hats, shirts, jackets, and more. Cheer on the Tigers, Wildcats, and all your favorite teams in style. You can also personalize your apparel with custom silkscreen or embroidery. The Winter Circle, a family-owned business, continuing the tradition of supporting local athletics.
Come see us at the Winter Circle. Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Hey, Mike, what's your favorite car?
That's easy. Chevy Camaro. Johnson, what's your favorite truck?
Even easier, the GMC Sierra 18-4, autographed by Chuck Norris himself.
Oh my gosh, no way. Me too.
Mikey, what's your favorite place to buy your new car? Desert Sun Motors Chevrolet.
Oh my God, did we just become best friends? After the Appreciation Day at Desert Sun Chevrolet, we have made so many new friends.
Mike, what did you expect? With all that money you saved them in rebates and supplier pricing,
I still have more savings and deals for the month of August. Right now on a brand new GMC Sierra 1500, you can save up to $10,000 off.
With little or no money down financing, vehicle purchases have never been easier. Keep your money in your pockets and drive away in a brand new vehicle from Desert Sun Chevrolet.
If I can't fit a vehicle in your budget, Jonathan has plenty of late model pre-owned to save you money.
I am paying more than average market value for your trade.
So come see us at 2600 North White Sands Boulevard.
Shop online at DesertSunMotors.com.
We're still at halftime here at Tiger Field, Tiger Stadium in Alamogordo. The Tigers are leading 7-6 at half. We are closing in on when both teams should be returning to the field. They finished up the homecoming festivities, and unfortunately, we didn't get a band performance. I don't know if they were. Sometimes they do that pregame when they do homecoming stuff, but I don't know. Just didn't do it tonight. I was a little surprised by that. Maybe post game. I don't know. They did perform while they were doing the homecoming court, playing the Tiger Fight song kind of at a slower, quieter level. But I don't know. We'll have to wait till next week, I guess, to see Tiger Band perform on the field. Anyway, we still got football on the field coming up. You see the officials back out. We should get another 3 minutes or so after the halftime clock finishes up. And it looks like the cheerleaders are headed out towards the tunnel, so I would assume that means some of the Tigers are making their way out from the locker room, getting ready to come out for the second half of play. Again, I think both teams had some positives. Both teams moved the ball well. The Tigers defensively need to. They got to avoid the big plays on 3rd and 4th down. That's where really Ruidoso's hurt them more than anything else. Getting off the field is a big key, I think, in the second half for Alamogordo. The Tigers can just put together a sustained drive running the football. It seems like, either it's a penalty or they have a bad play on 1st or 2nd down that hurts them. But, they've had a couple of drives where they have been able to, it seemed like, move the football down the field with Sean Hayes. But we'll see what kind of forward progress they can make in the second half from that standpoint. Again, we've got 3 other games going on throughout for our area teams tonight. Tularosa's at Lordsburg. I was looking for some score updates there, but unfortunately I didn't have one. We've also got Cloudcroft at home tonight as they face off against Loving, and Mescalero Apache is at home tonight against Clayton. Some of the halftime scores from around the state: Los Lunas leading Sandia 21-3. Cleveland's Oliver El Dorado 49-14. That was just about halftime. Rio Rancho beating Clovis 22-14. That's a big game for the Rams. They've lost their 2 games to begin the season, so they definitely want to get that one. Santa Fe leading Espanola 28-0 at half. Grant's up 13-0 the way that they are. Farmington beating Del Norte 27-7. Robertson's up, and La Cueva's leading Las Cruces 17-10 at halftime. Figured that was going to be a close game. Mayfield beating West Mesa 31-7. No big shocker there. And half, Farmington leading Del Norte 27-7. Not sure if I'd already mentioned that one. All right, both teams about ready to get started. We'll fit in one more quick, pardon me, word from our sponsors. Here on Coyote Country and the ESPN Alamogordo YouTube channel. It's 7-6 Alamogordo leading Ruidoso on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. Second half coming up next.
Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach A.J. Cisco and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
Slow internet again? Signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service? It's all about you. Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company to get connected. 585-2700.
You're listening to Coyote Country 92.7, the ESPN Alamogordo YouTube channel here on a Friday night, 7-6. Alamogordo leads Ruidoso. Both teams still stretching it out, and we're just about ready for the second half. Ruidoso will have the ball to begin the second half, trying to regain the lead. They took a 6-0 lead. Tigers were able to answer back on the ensuing drive. So it is a 7-6 game. And waiting to see Ruidoso's going to be heading from the north end zone or the south end zone here to begin the second half. Both teams are still on their sidelines. And got something on the sideline going on here. I don't know if somebody is on their back here. It looks like... No, I guess we're okay now. I don't know if there was a discussion. It looks like a discussion going on with Dr. Walker, the athletic director, one of the officials, and also see David Maldonado there. I don't know if there's something with one of the yardage markers, or there seems to be a little bit of a delay. I'm not sure what's going on. If there's a issue with the it looks like right at the 30-yard line. Or maybe there's an issue with something on the field. I don't know. Or maybe I'm just reading a little something into it. It just seemed like we had 2 officials standing right next to the athletic director looking at something. Yeah, I think maybe there's something on the turf just off the white on the sideline, like where the Tiger bench is. And they moved the 30-yard marker right over there, so maybe there was an issue they're trying to at least help the players avoid, if they go out of bounds right there, you don't want to see somebody get hurt. So it looks like Dave Maldonado, the Alamogordo athletic trainer, is working on that. But the teams are coming on the field, so it's not going to delay the game, it appears. But clearly there was some concern about the condition of the turf right there. Tigers kicking off left to right. That is north to south. As Brett Money will tee up the ball. Three returners back for Ruidoso at the 10. A 7-6 ball game as we get ready to start the third quarter of play. What a difference from last year, by the way. My goodness. Much more of a defensive slugfest. Really nice kickoff from Brett. Is it going to stay in bounds? Oh, it was caught by the Ruidoso player on the line. Oh, no, they're going to call a penalty flag. Wait a second. He caught the ball out of bounds. He made the play out of bounds. It has to drop out of bounds. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait a second. If he makes the catch out of bounds before it touches the ground, that shouldn't be a penalty. I don't know. I guess that's an in-the-air thing if it crosses the imaginary line while it's in the air. I don't know, man. The player touched it out of before it hit anything there, but I guess I thought the ball had to land out of bounds for it to be a penalty. And the Ruidoso player fielded it right at the out-of-bounds line, but I could have that rule wrong. That's probably a more likely thing in all fairness. So the Tigers, unfortunately, will see Ruidoso start at the 35 instead of what would have been inside the 10. I kind of thought if you touched it, but I guess if he had fielded it inbounds and then gone out, then that would have been a different story. All right, here is a fake handoff, and now Guardiola trying to run with it. Guardiola is going to get knocked out of bounds. And I don't know if there was something afterwards again. I was watching where the football was, and the Tigers were able to hold up, but I don't know if maybe away from the ball, one of the Ruidoso players hit one of the Tiger players because it looked like Coach Cisco was looking for a penalty on the play. Doesn't get it. It's a 3-yard run on the scramble for Guardiola as he goes out of bounds at the near sideline. So the ball's at the 38. 2nd and 7. 2 wide receivers on the near side, one out to the far. Lead back as Powell, they fake the handoff to him. Now Guardiola going deep down the near sideline. Oh, and a drop. An absolute drop by Caden Clevenger. He was wide open at the 20. It was a great throw from Guardiola. And Clevenger was, I don't know if he just didn't watch the ball in and he was ready to run towards the end zone. But the Tigers defender was probably 4 or 5 yards behind Clevenger. He had bought on the play action. May not have mattered anyway. There's a penalty flag on the play. And I think maybe an illegal formation. I didn't see the official call from the white hat. Let's see how much they knock it off here. It's going to be 10, so that might have been a hold. It is a holding penalty, so 10 yards. So even if, I tell you what, for the Warriors, maybe it makes you feel a little bit better that Clevenger dropped that, because if he catches that and the holding penalty brings it back, that hurts even more. Guardiola, again, play action. This one's tipped at the line of scrimmage as number 23, Jarman Williams, got in there and got a hand on it. Is there another penalty flag? No. Okay. I thought I saw a penalty flag at the feet of the wide receiver at the far side. So it'll be 3rd and long for Ruidoso. And, again, they haven't been shy with going for it on 4th down, so they may try to pick up 8 or 9 here on this play. Tigers got to watch. They can't bite on the play action here on this. They've got to be ready for Guardiola to throw. He's going to roll to his right on this. Rolling and throwing up the far sideline and incomplete. little bit of face guarding there by Mendoza, but he never touched the receiver. And the Tigers will force a 4th down. Let's see if Ruidoso actually punts. And a little more sportsmanship out there. Watched this Caleb Perea help the receiver up after the play. Kind of like that. As fun as the chippiness can be sometimes, I like the sportsmanship a little bit more. Like I said, both teams were doing it in the first half. So maybe there's going to be a little bit of a calm down on both ends. So the Tigers have got to be acutely aware of Layson Powell here. He's the punter, and he ran a 4th down play on a fake punt a little bit earlier. One player comes on late for Ruidoso, so he gets lined up. Still got time on the play clock. And a penalty flag, and somebody flinched on the offensive line. It didn't look like anybody came across for the Tigers. Dead ball. Dead ball, and I'm not sure what that call was. Was it an illegal substitution? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe the way that player for Ruidoso came on late was illegal. Weird. Maybe the direction of where he came on the field from, I don't know, but they didn't mark off the penalty yardage though. Okay. Well, anyway, ready to punt now, I think, for Powell. He was trying to hard count the last time, and he rolls to his right, and he does kick it away. And Mendoza, he lets that go. Boy, he made a nice fair catch the last time. That was one really would have helped the Tigers if he grabs that, but it would have been an over-the-shoulder catch. So I think he was trying to avoid the bigger mistake by maybe muffing the punt, but unfortunately it ends up being a very long punt all the way back to the 16-yard line. That's where the Tigers offense will take over. Not ideal, but again, you avoid the really, really bad mistake and turn it back over to the Warriors. 7-6 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, 11:25 to go third quarter. It's interesting, this game has had a similar slow pace to last year's game, but last year it's because we just had so much touchdowns, so much scoring in that 57-54 game. Tonight has been penalties, and I don't know, we haven't had a very quick pace for a 7-6 game. Low snap, and Viescas was able to pull that up without dropping his knee to the ground. Hayes trying to fight for the line of scrimmage, but the plays where the Tigers have had problems have been the plays where the snap has been low, and it's just messed up the entire play, the motion of it. So, 2-yard loss on the play. One wide receiver to each side here for the Tigers, and Viescas is going to throw. He's got time, and it is eventually brought in. Boy, a juggling catch, and eventually making it is Tyler Ellswick. He came right in front of Clavon Spencer, who was in the area too, but he did make the catch and gets it up to the 21-yard line, so positive yardage and makes it third down and at least manageable here. They get about half the yardage back, 6 yards on the completion. That was a good throw from Viescas. That's I feel like the first really solid throw we've seen from him tonight, where it hasn't just been kind of a chuck it up in the air situation. And he'll throw again here, blitz again. He steps up in the pocket, throws incomplete. Mendoza going to have to try to do something to get the first down, but he's not going to have the yardage. That's close. But I'll tell you what, where the far line judge has him marked at, he's probably about a yard short, unfortunately. It's going to be 5 yards on the completion. Just past the 25. He needed the 26. And they're going to go ahead and roll the clock. First catch of the night for Julio. And the Tigers looks like they're going to punt it with 10 minutes to go. Tigers not playing this nearly as aggressive as Ruidoso has.
Number 3, Brett Money, take the punt towards the Tigers.
So the Tigers line it up. And maybe bring it in a little bit tighter here. Now they'll spread the gunner out to the near side. Tigers trying to line up correctly. They had a couple of illegal procedure penalties. Good snap. I don't see a flag. Money's punt is high, hanging, drops to the 49, then rolls back and will stay on this side of the field. So Ruidoso's going to get really good starting field position at the 48, it looks like. Be about a 23-yard punt. Just the second official time that Alamogordo has punted in this game, but that works out well for Ruidoso. That's a big change in field position. Ruidoso was all the way back inside their 25, and that long punt that rolled about 20, 25 yards inside the 15 changed the field position game here to start the quarter. The snap, and they will give it to Powell this time on the sweep. Jet sweep play, and he runs forward, and he's got good yardage here. This time able to turn the corner. The Tigers end that defended pretty well this game so far, but this time Powell's going to get 7 yards to the 41. And a second down and 3. 8:35 to go in the third quarter, and still a 7-6 Alamogordo lead. But Ruidoso, good field position and trying to drive. The snap, and again they give it to Powell on the jet sweep. Powell this time not able to turn the corner. He's going to try to reverse his field this time. The Tigers have it blocked in, and he's going to go all the way back from where the original line of scrimmage was to the 50-yard line. Maybe tried to make a little bit too much happen as he reversed his field. But that play just continued to go backwards. That's an 8-yard loss. It'll be 3rd and 11. That's impressive. The Tigers have done a good job of, going east-west. They've really been able to defend well. I think Ruidoso's probably had a better go of it on, for not being able to run the ball especially well in this game. Ruidoso, their play action has really caused problems for the Tigers, and we could see another long pass here from Guardiola as he looks to take the snap, man in motion left to right, fake the handoff, and looking to throw, and again goes deep, and again Clevenger wide open, and this time it's too far for him. That one was off the mark, but the Tigers, I'm not sure what happened there. They just released Clevenger, and Ellswick was basically left to his own devices to have to try to come over and make a play. But if Guardiola underthrows that just a little bit, it's a touchdown. That's a couple of times. It's just been a jailbreak. The receiver's been wide open up the near sideline. And Ruidoso appears to be setting up for a punt. 7:26 to go here in the third quarter. Tigers still in front 7-6. You're listening to us here on Coyote Country and online on the ESPN Alamogordo YouTube channel. Homecoming night, Tigers looking for their first win of the season and their first official game. Powell is back to punt. And he will send it deep. And he punts very well. Mendoza at the 10, catches it. A little hesitation there and straight ahead. 15, he's upended. And it'll be a first down for the Tigers, the 16. So actually works out okay. It's about where they started their last drive. And some really good defense by Alamogordo. And they also just caught a huge break on that incompletion on third down. As simple as that. The first long play like that where Clevenger was wide open was a penalty. So it would have come back anyway. That one, I didn't see any flags. That would have been a touchdown if the pass was a little bit more on the mark. Tigers definitely have to figure out what's going on there where that receiver's getting turned wide open. We've seen it a couple of times now. Lead back to the left. Just one wide receiver this time. And they're pulling guards from the right to left, and it creates a big hole. Hayes on the run to the 40. He breaks a tackle to the 50, still running to the 40, 35. And I see no penalty flags. It's a huge gainer on first down for the Tigers all the way to the 32-yard line on the Ruidoso side of the field. And then a penalty flag, a sideline warning on the Tigers. It'll be a 52-yard gain on first down for Alamogordo, their first down of this second half. Actually, I think it's the first down we've seen from either team here in this second half. But that was just a strong play call from Alamogordo. They had the left tackle and I think the center, or I should say the left guard and the center pulling, and it was all kinds of room on the right side, so they were coming from the left around to the right. Here comes the handoff. Hayes, this time he runs off left tackle. He's got another hole. Hayes still running to the 20. He's got the first down. And the Tigers starting to break it open a little bit here as they get down to the 17-yard line. It's a 15-yard gain for Sean Hayes as he has had a heck of a half, and one of the Tigers' offensive linemen is coming off the field holding on to his left elbow. Looks like Nicholas Codgen coming off the field. But he's not going to see the trainer, so well, no, now I see the trainer talking to him. The athletic trainer. Got to make sure I throw an athletic trainer. Shout out to David Maldonado. One wide receiver to the near side. Hayes will switch to the right of Viescas, and I think we're going to get an offsides on Ruidoso. Yeah. Trying to come off the edge was Isaac Brown. He was trying to sneak around the backside, and he came across the line of scrimmage too early. He was over towards the far sideline and was trying to come in at an angle. And you know, one thing that really stands out to me with Alamogordo offensively is how much quicker they move things in the backfield. And obviously, I think the other thing that stands out as well is the way that they control the line of scrimmage. They've got some players that can really move the defenders. And you know, that's what you get when you get seniors all across that line. Clock rolls, 6:20 to go. Tigers leading 7-6, but on the doorstep. Looking back to the line, or looking back to the sideline is Viescas. They'll switch things around, move the lead back to the right, and the running back to his left. Now they switch it back around. Tigers still with 5 on the play clock. Handoff goes to Hayes. Hayes goes to the left side. And so Sean Hayes, which, by the way, if I've called him Bill at some point, of course, his dad, coach. If I've made that mistake, my apologies. I'm sure I have throughout the night. He's going to get 3 yards in the carry, so it'll be a second down and short, 2nd and 2. And I really just keep running the football here. You've shown that you've created some space here. Don't change things up, especially in short yardage would be my feeling. Maybe change who runs it. That's fine. Now they're going to give to Hayes. Hayes up the middle. Hayes into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. He picks up 11 on the touchdown run, and he deserved the pay dirt there. He has been the workhorse tonight, and he deserved to get that one in the end zone. Sean Hayes with the touchdown, and swarmed by his teammates. The Tigers take a 13-6 lead, and they'll try to knock through the extra point with Brett Money. That was straight-up power football from Alamogordo. Pulling tackle and guard on the first play for 52 yards. And just let the offensive line do work the rest of the way. And that's your offensive line. And the Tigers went big. They went 1 wide receiver, everybody else in the line except the lead back, the quarterback, and the running back. Snap is good. Kick is up. That appears to be good, too. It is. Brett Money makes his 2nd extra point of the night. 5:19 to go in the 3rd quarter. The Tigers go 84 yards and get it in the end zone on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. They lead the Ruidoso Warriors 14-6. You're listening to Coyote Country and the ESPN Alamogordo YouTube channel.
Now you have a choice when it comes to keeping massive files of your bank statements every month. With an online e-statement, you'll have an accurate, easy-to-read electronic statement you can access anywhere, anytime. Get more control over your cash flow and no more giant filing cabinets. Our e-statements get an A+. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Are you looking for letter jackets? Need trophies, plaques, or awards? It's all at the Winner's Circle. Personalize your student's letter jacket with stitching or embroidery. Get customized engraving on your trophies, plaques, and awards. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. Have you seen our in-store remodel? Stop by and visit us today at 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Come see us at the Winner's Circle. Outfitters of champions. Go Tigers!
Coyote Country 92.7, ESPN Alamogordo YouTube channel. Tigers in front 14-6. Brett Money sends it into the end zone for a touchback. And the Warriors will start at the 20-yard line looking for an answer here. Sean Hayes, all the yards on that drive, all 84 of them, as he gets it in the end zone for the touchdown. And Sean Hayes continues to have a great game, and I think can't say it without the offensive line and what they've been able to do in this game as well. It's been impressive. But can the Tigers finish this one off? It's 5:19 to go in the third quarter. Still a ton of time. Ruidoso, 4 wide receivers. Running back to the right of Guardiola. Fakes the handoff, and that one I think got tipped at the line of scrimmage. Bounced around. Tigers had a chance on the jump ball at the far side. Aiden Gast was the wide receiver, but at the line of scrimmage, Jarman Williams, 23, the basketball player, getting up and getting his hands on that. And again, he may want to refer to himself as a football player, but definitely saw him a lot during basketball. He can get up, and he did on that play. The Tigers, we've seen that a little bit more. They've been trying to be more active at the line of scrimmage, and they've gotten, I think, 2 or 3 deflections in this game. Guardiola fakes the handoff. Quick bubble screen, incomplete, looking for Powell at the near sideline, and that's an incompletion as well. The Ruidoso offense not quite able to get things going the way that they want to. They haven't run the ball especially well. These are the plays, the third and long plays, where the Tigers have really, they've had some good defensive plays, but they've had about 4 or 5 jailbreaks where Ruidoso's been able to make it happen. Rolling to his right, Guardiola throws and completes, but that's not going to be enough for a first down. It's going to be about a yard short. And that's going to be number 10, Aiden Gast, who makes the completion, or makes the catch, I should say. And it'll be a 9-yard gain. I think Ruidoso is going to go for it here. I'd be real surprised. They punt on a 4th and 1. I mean, it just doesn't matter if it's on this side of the field. Credit to Keith Johnson and his staff. This has been who they've been this entire game. If they don't go for it here, that would be really, really surprising. And it looks like Coach Cisco wants a timeout. I don't know if Alamo had the right personnel. Yeah, there's somebody that maybe wasn't in the right spot. So the Tigers want to talk it over. This is a big 4th down play. If Ruidoso doesn't get it, Tigers have it first down at the 29-yard line at minimum and have a chance to take a 2-score lead. 14-6 right now with 4:33 remaining. Let's fit in a quick break. We'll come back here on Coyote Country and ESPN Alamogordo YouTube channel.
Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach A.J. Cisco and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
Country 92.7 and the ESPN Alamogordo YouTube channel. We are live at Tiger Stadium. 14-6. Alamogordo leads Ruidoso on the Richardson Motors scoreboard here on homecoming night. And a big 4th and 1. Ruidoso going to 1 wide receiver, and they're going to go under center, so they're going to try maybe quarterback sneak here. Run it straight ahead. Boy, the Tigers, it sounded like they weren't even ready for it. A couple of players in the line just seemed like they were standing there. It's a 2-yard gain, and they've got the first down. Yeah, 1st and 10. And they're going to quickly line up and go on 2nd down. Quick throw to the outside to Powell. Powell up the far sideline, able to pick up 6 or 7 before he's shouldered out. Powell will get it all the way to Audette's going to get the credit for the tackle to the 38. So that's 7 yards on the completion. 2nd and 3, and they're turning up the tempo a little bit. Here comes a handoff and try to go off right side, and maybe enough for a 1st down. They're going to be just short, possibly. And they give the ball this time to number 27, Braxton Hall. Hall will get just about to the 41. Are they going to measure, or they're going to move it? Okay, move the chain. So that'll be a 1st down for Ruidoso. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the top side, 1 to the bottom. And the snap. Guardiola fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Gets away from 1 defender, and now spins away from another at the line of scrimmage. He's going to get positive yardage here across the 45 to the 46. That was all Guardiola, his ability to get away from the first man in, what I think was Williams. That's a 6-yard gain on the scramble. Tigers clearly had some good coverage downfield, but also the pressure into the backfield made a difference too. 2 wide receivers the near side, 1 at the top. And Guardiola in the pistol, running back behind him. Fakes the handoff, and he's going to just run on an option play here. We got a penalty flag from the near line judge. Max Merrill made a nice open field tackle. The play goes to the 49 for Guardiola, and Coach Sisko's pointing the other direction. Holding on Ruidoso. So hold on the Warriors will push him back. Should give a shout out to former Coyote Country personality Jason Brockett, who's messaging me on my phone right now all the way from Virginia Beach. Glad to hear he's okay dealing with Hurricane Dorian over there. But we know we got a lot of people around the country listening to us on ESPN Alamogordo's YouTube channel. 2 wide receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Warriors now with a 2nd down and 15. Back to pass Guardiola. Guardiola brought down, fighting through basically an offensive lineman, bringing him down from behind, and Shane Sargent able to bring him down all the way at the 26-yard line. That's a 9-yard loss in the sack for Shane.
Come on, Tigers fans, let's round them up.
3rd down. So check out, that was 2nd down and long. This is 3rd and very long. They need the 50, and the ball is spotted at the 26. 3rd and 24 for the Warriors here. Trips to the top side, 1 to the bottom. Back to pass, looking to throw Guardiola, and he's in trouble. Tigers got a couple of defenders after him. Boy, there had to be a block in the back there, my goodness. And Guardiola's going to be tackled as he gets away at the 35. One of the Ruidoso offensive linemen, straight up shoved one of the Tiger players in the back right in front of the referee. How is that not a penalty? My goodness. Now, the Tigers get Guardiola after a 9-yard gain, but I'll tell you. I'm fairly certain that you can't block a guy in the back at any part of the field, right? I'm just making sure. I always back off because I don't read the rule book all the way through, but that was interesting because it not only took the 1 defender out of play, it took another defender who was chasing Guardiola out of the play. Powell punts it away, and Mendoza going to watch it bounce, but he'll take it at the 20. Mendoza a little hesitation to the 25 to the 30. Mendoza trying to cut across the field to the 40. He's got some open field to the 45. Little hesitation move to the 50. 45-40. He's at the 35. And a big return from Julio Mendoza as he will take that 45 yards. And Alamogordo all the way down to the Ruidoso 35. Big time return from Julio Mendoza. Now the officials are talking to each other, so now I'm looking for a penalty flag. All right, maybe not. just, you see long plays like that, and you just assume that it's probably going to end up that way. All right. Tigers with a first down at the Ruidoso 35 after the big 45-yard return from Mendoza. 2 wide receivers. Everybody else in the line of scrimmage except Hayes in the backfield and Viescas. Viescas takes the snap, hands it off. Hayes right up the middle. Hayes runs over a defender at the 30, down to the 29. And I'm watching some of these players kind of finishing off their blocks. Clavon Spencer was on the outside against, who is that? Hunter Edmister. And they both put their hands up after the play. It was kind of funny. Hey, I didn't do anything. 6-yard gain there, by the way, for Hayes. Ball up to 29. 1 wide receiver coming in motion left to right. They give it to Mendoza in the jet sweep, trying to stretch it out. Mendoza turns it upfield. He's going to get to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Good pursuit by Ruidoso. From the far side of the field to the near side of the field, doesn't look like he's going to get any yardage on the carry.
No gain on the play. 3rd down.
So 3rd down and 4. The Tigers need just past the 26-yard line. The ball at the 29. So it's a long 3 or a short 4. 2 wide receivers in the pistol. Hayes usually comes in motion. He does and moves to the right. And they'll give it to Hayes. Hayes off the left side. Hayes got the first down, across the 25, down to the 24. That's a 5-yard gain. And another first down for Alamogordo. 14-6 Tigers. We're under a minute to go. We got 36 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, and that clock will roll.
First and 10 from the 24-yard line. Keep it going out there, Tiger fans.
1 wide receiver to the near side for the Tigers. They'll split Mendoza out to the far end. And Tigers will probably get one more play. Yeah, they'll get one more play here before the quarter. The handoff goes to Hayes. Hayes to the 20. Hayes will be brought down. Good blocking on the outside by Clavon Spencer. Held his block at the wide receiver spot. And Sean Hayes with a good run again. Gets it down to the 18-yard line. That's 6 yards on the carry. 2nd and 4. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter. And the Tigers will hold up those 4 fingers, and they're going to try to finish off homecoming here. Coach A.J. Cisco running down with his offense to the other side of the field. We're ready to see the Tigers get a win on homecoming, just like they did last year against Chaparral. But this is, I think, one that'll stand out even more for Alamogordo after that close loss last year. But they've still got to finish this one over the final 12 minutes. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard, it's Alamogordo 14, Ruidoso 6. We're back into this.
Vision Ford Lincoln has scorching summer deals now through month's end. 2019 Ford F-150s. Horsepower, torque, and awesome towing capabilities. Get up to $5,000 cash back or choose 0% financing for up to 72 months. The 2019 Ford Edge is loaded with up to $6,050 cash back or choose $4,050 cash back and 0% financing for up to 60 months. The stylish 2019 Ford Escape, get $4,425 cash back or choose $1,175 cash back with 0% financing for up to 60 months. The 2019 Ford Fusion sedan has up to $2,920 cash back or choose $1,670 cash back and 0% for up to 60 months. And the all-new 2019 Ford EcoSport. Get up to $4,415 cash back or choose $915 cash back and 2.9% for 36 months. Vision Ford Lincoln, 1500 South White Sands in Alamogordo. VisionFordLincoln.com. Financing on approved credit. See dealer for details.
Tigers with a 2nd down and short. A run-pass option there as holding on to it was Viescas. He decided to keep it himself on the option play and pulls it out of the gut of Hayes and gets no gain.
3rd down and 5. Once again, Tiger fans, give a big shout out to our cheerleaders tonight. And a big shout out to Chaparral Middle School.
2 wide receivers, 1 to each side. And out of the pistol again, Viescas moves, I think it's Audette in there now. Audette's going to run straight ahead on 3rd down, and I think he may have the first. It's going to be close. He gets pushed back. The far line judge has him right at the marker at the 14. He needs to get to the sticks. And check that. That was 28 Dakota LaSalle on the carry.
And that's enough to move the chains. That's a Tiger touchdown.
So enough for a first down for Alamogordo. And they'll roll the clock. That's another bonus for Alamogordo's. They can continue to run the football like this. I don't know if Sean Hayes is just getting a breather here. I'm looking for him. He's standing with his helmet on at the sideline, so maybe just trying to give him a bit of a rest because he has run the ball a ton. Play clock down to 5. Viescas hands it off. Up the middle is LaSalle. LaSalle to the 5. He's cut down short of the touchdown. Gets to the 3. It's an 11-yard gain. Dakota could smell the end zone there, and Tigers are going to have a first and goal from the 4. Maybe closer to the 3-yard line.
Keep it going out there, Tiger fans.
2 wide receivers to each side. And switching to the right from behind him is LaSalle. LaSalle gets the handoff. LaSalle up the middle. He's got the touchdown. 3-yard touchdown for Dakota LaSalle. And the Tigers up front have really staked their claim to this football game. And have a 2-score lead now. Just that little bit of extra breathing room that you wanted. And Brett Money coming on to kick the extra point for the Tigers. Aaron Cisco will hold it, but started off with a huge return from Julio Mendoza down to the 35, and the Tigers just ran the ball from that point on. Not a great snap, but they're able to recover and get the kick up and good. So Money's 3 for 3. The Tigers leading 21-6. 9:44 to go in the fourth quarter on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. Here on homecoming night, the Tigers trying to finish this one off and open up the season with a victory. We'll come back. You're listening to Tiger Football in Coyote Country and the ESPN Alamogordo YouTube channel.
Tularosa Basin Telephone Company is famous for keeping you connected. They promise to deliver fast speed, provide a reliable network, and do it all with a smile. Their customer service team is on top of every call with the answers you need. In fact, they believe their customers are the most important part of their business. Give Tularosa Basin Telephone Company a call at 585-2700 for the internet experience you've been waiting for.
If you and your family are looking for a new home, you don't have to look far for a home mortgage. As a community bank, we not only have great rates, we offer you friendly financial service right here in the neighborhood. There are a lot of options in real estate lending. We're here to see that you get a loan you can live with. Talk to us about your home mortgage. We're an equal housing lender. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Kickoff goes through the end zone for Brett Money. Another touchback for him in this game. 3 for 3 on extra points. He's had a good game, but can't say enough about this Tiger offensive line. It's been, I know, a few guys switching in and out, but for the most part, Jackson Couch, Nicholas Codgen, Isaac Duarte, Connor Brown, and Shane Sargent have played really well. And this Tiger defense has definitely had a bend but don't break, but they've gotten better as the game has progressed. And more importantly, they've really shut down Ruidoso in the second half. I think the Warriors have 1 first down in this second half. May not even be 1 first down. I'm trying to remember here. Warriors lining up with trips, 2 to the near side, 1 to the top. Powell comes in motion left, right. They fake the jet sweep. Little inside toss to Oberhauer and Oberhue. I know I didn't say that name correctly. And that time it works. A little bit of misdirection. They were moving the entire play towards the far sideline. And an inside toss to the tight end. I think he was lined up as a lead back on that play and gets 12 yards. I guess technically that is a pass. And we see J.P. Madden coming off limping. Hopefully he's okay. Guardiola rolling out to his left on first down. Looking down the field, looking. Now going to decide to run with it, and good pursuit by number 55 of the Tigers, Connor Brown, as he chased him down and pushed him out of bounds. It'll be a 2-yard gain.
Connor Brown with the stop. Reminder, Tiger fans, ladies and
So the clock stops, 9:10 to go.
Varsity girls play at 1 p.m. JV plays at 3 p.m. against Columbus. Make sure you guys come on, check out all the action tomorrow afternoon right here at Hot Soccer Complex.
Trips to the near side, one to the top. And the fake of the handoff. Now, man in the backfield, Guardiola's got to run for it, but he's got space to the 40, to the 45, puts his shoulder down, and gets to the 46. And a little bit more running from Gage Guardiola in this drive. And it's led to some solid yardage. 10-yard gain on the rush. Definitely a play he was looking to throw, but ended up running. And Connor Brown was trying to get to the sideline, and I think one of the Tiger coaches told him just go down. And so they're going to check him out. He's laying on his back at about the 34-yard line. I believe it's Brown. It's either Brown or Shane Sargent. Might be Shane Sargent, actually. Now we'll see when he gets up here in just a second. But an injury timeout. Thankfully, we haven't had too many injury timeouts in this game. That's certainly a nice thing to see. We want to see kids staying healthy out there and playing hard and having fun. And, you know, for the most part, we really haven't had to see David Maldonado, or I'm not sure if Ruidoso brought their own athletic trainer as well. And I think that is Shane Sargent, not Connor Brown. So Shane still trying to work his way to the sideline, holding on to his right calf, it looks like. So hopefully he is okay. Now he's back on the ground, and they're going to try to get this game going again. But clearly something not right in his lower leg, maybe just a cramp. They're trying to stretch out his right leg at the moment, so hopefully that's all it is just a cramp. Tigers kind of out of position here defensively, and it's, a drop by Caden Clevenger. Caden Clevenger's got the touchdown grab for Ruidoso tonight, but he's had a little bit of the drops in this game as well. And that was a lucky break for the Tigers, because one of the Alamo defenders was trying to get from the near side over to the far where Clevenger was and didn't get there in time. And wouldn't have been a touchdown, but certainly would have been probably enough for a first down if he pulls that in. They're just spreading out 5 wide now. This is a little bit of a different look, as Ruidoso's either going to look for some long passes or get their quarterback running. Tigers put pressure right at the middle, but Guardiola is able to get away. Now he's coming to the near sideline to the 50, to the 45, and he's going to get out of bounds. And he is shy of the first down by probably about half a yard. Got to the Alamogordo 45, but, you know, you're trying to use one of your best weapons. That's your quarterback's legs. And you spread out the Tiger defense a little bit and make it harder for them. You know, guys are going to have to make one-on-one tackles, and Guardiola really seems like a hard guy to do that against. Tigers got some pressure, straight up the gut on that play, but Guardiola just spun out and worked his way from one side of the field to the other for the almost first down. 3rd and about a yard. They're going to put a running back in the backfield in this time. Maybe see play action here. He'll hand it off. They're just going to get the first down. Straight up the middle for about a yard is Braxton Hall. See where they mark it at. It's close. The white hat. They're not going to even measure it. They're going to say 4th down, really. Boy, that's surprising.
4th down, Tiger fans. Make some noise out there. Let's hold that line.
So this is 4th and inches, literally. Trips to the far side, one to the near. Big play. Snap. Guardiola keeps it himself and goes around tackle and gets the yard. Good open field tackler by Max Merrill. He wasn't able to stop him before he got past the line to gain. So it's a yard rush for Guardiola. Pulled it out of the gut of the running back Hall and just swept around left tackle and was able to get the first down. But clock is still rolling here, 8:12 to go. in the game. Tigers leading 21-6. Again, good pressure up the middle, but Guardiola able to get away, but not from the second defender. Jarman Williams is going to bring him down. It's still going to probably be about a yard gain. No, it's going to be no gain, so it'll be second down and 10. I don't know if they're purposely letting the Tiger defender come straight through and be able to run straight upfield the quarterback, maybe to get a defender out of the way, but boy, it seems like a jailbreak almost every play where one of the Tigers is getting off the snap count quick and into the backfield. Ball's at the Alamogordo 43, and it'll be a second down and 10. Play clock's down to 10. 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the top. They got a lead back in there. They might have to call a timeout here. 4 on the play clock. Guardiola's going to have to hurry. He does get the snap off, and he's looking to throw. Looks like a little bit of a broken play. There was no play action there. He tries to hesitate to get away from one player and nearly did, but good shoestring tackle. I think Max Merrill again on the play makes the trip up on Guardiola, but he still gets positive yardage across the 40 to the 38. But it almost seemed like everybody was in slow motion there for Ruidoso, and good on Guardiola to be able to improvise and pick up 6. Usually you'd see his running back at least come for the football on a play action. Didn't on that play. Rolling to his right is Guardiola at the snap. Throws, and a good pass to Oberhue, and he's going to put his head down, still fighting for yardage. Gets across the 30. Tigers going to say they have it. One of the players ran out of it, but I guess the official is going to say that he was down. I'll tell you what, for initially there it looked like he may have lost the football, but he gets to the 29. As they pick up 10 on the reception. 2 wide receivers to each side here for Ruidoso. Ball's in the near hash. Running back to the right of Guardiola. And he'll take the snap. Back to pass. Stands tall in the pocket. Looking down the middle field. He throws. One-on-one here. And good defending by, I believe, Reese Cady in the end zone. Reese Cady was one-on-one right at the pylon at the near corner of the end zone and was able to tip that away. Ball was a little bit underthrown, but again, that was just good coverage from Cady. The receiver wasn't able to get any separation on the play. You had to think that was a big discussion for the Tigers to make sure that receivers weren't getting behind them, and I'm sure on this last drive, don't necessarily want to play it safe, but don't get beat deep. That's been the plays where the Tigers have had some struggles. So this is second down. Scoreboard says third. And a jet sweep and a little toss play to Otero. Otero is going to work his way all the way across the 20 and all the way out of bounds. That's one of the few jet sweep plays the Tigers haven't defended well in this game. It's going to be a big gain, a 14-yard gain for Xavier Otero. And the Warriors continue to move down the field. This one's still far from over. We got now under 6 minutes to go. And a quick snap here. Guardiola will hand it off, and good stick there right up the middle. Max Merrill able to make the tackle on Hall. Hall did get some positive yardage. He's going to get a gain of about 3, but that was good form tackling from Max Merrill. Put his shoulder down right in the gut of the runner who had some steam coming up the middle, and Max made a fine play. He's been everywhere tonight. There's been a couple of guys you can say that about. Max, Jarman Williams, Reese Cady, Shane Sargent, Connor Brown. Probably a couple of the guys that I haven't called their names, but they've made some plays tonight. 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. And faking the handoff, and boy, got to be a hole in the backfield there. Rolling to his right is Guardiola, throws and intercepted at the 10 to the 15. Working his way up the field, spinning away and still running at the 45. Almost lost the football, still going the other direction. Adrian Herrera, 20. There's a penalty flag back at the 10-yard line. Herrera's got the touchdown. The question is, what's the penalty? It's at the 10, right up the middle of the field. I can't imagine that that's going to be on Alamogordo, is it? I think it's probably a hold on on Ruidoso. Jackson Couch is standing there listening to the officials. That's going to be like a 97-yard interception return. Now the officials are still talking it over. The penalty flag is at the 10 of Alamogordo. They're waving it off. It's a touchdown. No penalty, and Guardiola throws an interception. Adrian Herrera takes it back. He grabbed that at about the goal line. I'm going to say 97 yards on the interception return. I probably got a yard or two off. Makes it 27-6. There was an extra sideline warning on the Tigers. It's probably the second one, so there may be a penalty ensued on the kickoff. But a dagger as Adrian Herrera, I'm giving him 97 yards. How good this must feel for this group of guys, these sophomores that went through just a ridiculously silly, tough season 2 years ago. Last year wasn't any easier. You saw the improvement last year, but they were still 1-9. And to have a night like this where they win in dominant fashion, especially in the second half, they've really been the better team, has got to feel good for these young men. You got to feel, and for Coach Cisco too. You know he's been working hard, and the results haven't quite been there, but man, we've seen the improvement. Snaps a little low. We got a penalty flag. The kick does go through the uprights. Dead ball, false start on Alamogordo. So 5-yard penalty. The Tigers will have to try it from 5 yards back, which really shouldn't be any problem for Brett. We've seen a couple more basketball players come out this year. We mentioned Adrian Herrera. Clavon Spencer's been out there. Jarman Williams. Jarman, I think, played football last year, but he's played exceptionally well. There's a few other guys you see out there in other sports as well. Julio Mendoza plays a ridiculous amount of sports. He's doing soccer and football this time of year. So is Brett Money. He's kicking here. And we've got another penalty flag. And maybe this time on Ruidoso on an offsides. And it is, so we'll go back 5 the other way. So we'll try it again from the original spot. But just got to be a lot of fun for this group, and they've definitely got some key games in the next few weeks that they need to get some wins and build some momentum heading towards Los Lunas and district play. Snaps a little low, but Cisco handles it, and that kick is no doubt through. And Money's 4 for 4 tonight from extra points. 28-6, Alamogordo leads. 4:52 to go, fourth quarter. The Tigers are on their way to a win on homecoming. You're listening to Coyote Country and the ESPN Alamogordo YouTube channel.
It's celebration time here at Desert Sun Toyota. Come help us celebrate our 25 years of being in business right here in Alamogordo, and Toyota's Model Year and Closeout event is happening this month. We have truckloads of brand new Toyotas hitting the ground daily to help us celebrate, along with the strongest factory incentives of the year. Right now, receive up to $1,250 cash back on the new 2019 Toyota 4Runners, or up to $1,750 cash back on the #1 selling Tacoma. Highlanders are disappearing with $3,000 cash back or 0% financing. These are just a few of the many great incentives happening this month at Desert Sun Toyota. Desert Sun Toyota's Used Car Supercenter is stacked with a great selection of quality pre-owned vehicles that all have been inspected to receive our lifetime powertrains, only offered at Desert Sun Auto Group. If you're in the market for a pre-owned truck, SUV, or car, come see why so many people vote Desert Sun #1 auto dealer in Otero County year after year. Find our inventory at DesertSunToyota.com.
You're listening to Coyote Country 92.7 and the ESPN Alamogordo YouTube channel. Tigers have dominated the second half. Touchdown run from Sean Hayes, touchdown run from Dakota LaSalle, and the dagger there from Adrian Herrera, 97 yards on the interception return touchdown. Say what, he nearly lost the handle on the football at about the 50 when he was cutting. The ball went, probably 5-10 feet in the air as he was trying to get away from one of the Ruidoso defenders or offensive players at that point. But he reeled it in and kept running, and what an exciting moment for that young man as well. All right, so the Tigers defense back out into the field and looking to try and wrap this one up with under 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. And it would appear Alamogordo will get the win, and certainly would have been a disappointment to come out here and not have this kind of effort after the way they started against Valencia. And I told a lot of people that I didn't get to see enough against Valencia to really say the Tigers had shown that next level of improvement. I think they're there for sure. Guardiola on a little bubble screen. The ball falls to the ground. It's going to be incomplete pass, looking for Layson Powell. But I think you see a lot of different things that have improved. I think defensively, the Tigers fixing on some mistakes, and you see the difference with Coach Falsetti and being able to adjust to some places where Ruidoso was able to hurt them in the first half. There hasn't been as much of that in the second half. Got to give a lot of credit to the players and the coaches in seeing that on the defensive side, that they've really made the adjustments they've needed to not let Ruidoso move the ball down the field the way they did at times. And here's a handoff. Boy, the Tigers are back there quickly. Jarman Williams and Shane Sargent again. No, that's Jack Mira is back there. And Jack is excited, and you can't blame him. But I also, credit the Tiger offense for going back to what worked for them in the first half too, which was running the football. They did score a long touchdown on a pass play, but the passing game really wasn't a factor for Alamogordo at all in this game. Their ability to really control the line of scrimmage and run the football well, that was the difference offensively, and really as the second half went on. 5 wide receivers. Guardiola is going to throw, going to spin out of the pocket, looking downfield. He'll throw, and it's incomplete. Nearly found his receiver on the far sideline, Caden Clevenger. And we've got a timeout on the field. And no, they stopped the clock. Oh, stopped the clock on the incompletion. Okay. I guess maybe the scoreboard operator didn't stop the clock on that last play. Some players moving out. I thought somebody had called a timeout, but haven't had much of that in this half either. Ruidoso still got all 3. Alamogordo has 2. 28-6, Tigers lead on the Richardson Motors scoreboard, and Powell back to punt. And you talk about a game that really calmed down, too. I thought the Tigers got control of themselves in the second half. The extracurricular stuff hurt Alamogordo in the first half. That's something that they cleaned up in the second half, too. Maybe the officials talked to the guys, too, said, hey, y'all need to really get this taken care of. Mendoza will take it to the 50, and he's going to reverse his field. We've got a penalty flag, and Mendoza coming up the near sideline. I don't think this is going to count, but Mendoza's still running. He's not giving up on the play. He's to the 25-20, 15-10. He's still working. Nice juke. He's going to get in the end zone, but I think it's going to come back. It was a great run from Julio. Sorry about not showing the excitement, but I assume that this one's going to come back, probably an illegal block in the back. Right when Julio was reversing his field at the 50, when he spun heading towards the far sideline, return to the near sideline. It's going to bring it back, and some boos from the crowd. I didn't see where the call was, and they're going to call, I assume that's a legal block in the back. I couldn't see his hand signal. It was on his chest, so I don't think it was a hold, but either a hold or a legal block in the back. It doesn't matter. The touchdown doesn't count, so that's what's a bummer there for Julio. He already had one great return tonight for 55 yards. Unfortunately, No, 45 yards. And we're looking for a football here. Trying to see where we're spotting things at. I guess we're going to take it from the 48 on the Alamogordo side back to the 42, or on the Ruidoso side to the 42 on the Alamogordo side. Now, fortunately for the Tigers, you can... Oh, wait a minute. Where are they marking this from? They're going to go all the way back to the 37-yard line? I'm not sure I understand the penalty yardage there. If it was a 10-yard penalty or maybe it was a 15. Anyway, 3:23 remaining. Tigers are in control, so you can sort of relax on that one. Handoff. Hayes will go straight up the middle, then bounce to the outside, and just got tripped up. And a timeout going to be called. I assume Ruidoso calling time. Oh, wait, do we have an injury? Okay, I see the Tiger player now in the middle of the logo at about the 48. I couldn't see him because he was right in the middle of the logo. Hopefully just cramping again for one of the Tiger players. So everybody takes a knee. It's an injury timeout. Tigers did get 8 yards on that run. I think that's 7. He got to the 44-yard line. And hopping right up is Connor Brown. So, again, hopefully that was just a cramp. There's a penalty flag on the ground right where he was. We'll say one more time, those Tiger helmets look awesome underneath the Friday night lights. If you haven't been out to see the Tigers yet this year, it's got kind of a nice gold tint to it. When you look at it straight on, it doesn't, it just looks yellow, like Tiger yellow, Pittsburgh Steelers yellow. Chop block going to be called, so that's what happened to Brown, is my guess, because that was right where he was, and it's going to take the ball all the way to the 41. Or an illegal block below the waist, or illegal move below the waist there by one of the Ruidoso players. So clearly somebody went low on Brown. Handoff Hayes. Hayes coming to the near side and puts his shoulder down. Broke one tackle, broke another. Boy, Sean Hayes is just a bulldozer tonight. Just kept fighting for yards. He's going to get another 5. And Sean just really looking impressive. So he'll get 5 down to the Ruidoso 36. Tigers need the 31 for a first down, but what they like the most is that clock is rolling, and they've got a 22-point lead, 28-6 on the Richardson Motors scoreboard, and they're on their way to a victory tonight. Top one receiver up to the top side. Everybody else in the line except a lead back, which is LaSalle. He moves to the right, and Hayes is behind Viescas in the pistol. Now he moves to his left. And hands off to Hayes. Hayes straight up the middle. Hayes got the first down. Hayes trying to break loose to the 20, 15, 10, 5, and an exclamation point for Sean Hayes as he punches it in the end zone. 36 yards to pay dirt. And Sean Hayes gets his second touchdown of the night. He's going to have, I would think, close to 200 yards rushing tonight. A huge night for Sean Hayes. And the Tigers are going to roll to a victory tonight, as they're in front now, 34-6. Another extra point try for Brett Money. So now you look forward to Santa Teresa next week. Tigers have had 2 tough seasons against them. Coach Cisco's talked about a revenge tour. Now, the play clock ran to 0. Tigers going to get a delay of game, which that's not something you ever want on an extra point try. But, hey, you get Brett a little bit of extra practice from a little bit further out. That's all right. 5 yards, this distance isn't going to make a big difference to him at all. Essentially going to be about a 25-yard field goal. Of course, I'm jinxing him now, saying it's not going to make any difference for him. He lines it up. The snap is going to get away, and Cisco actually is able to throw that. I don't know if that was Julio Mendoza over there. I don't see any penalty flags. So, unfortunately, a bad snap there for the Tigers, and so the extra point not tried. 1:53 to go here in the fourth quarter, and the Tigers are less than 2 minutes away from picking up the win to begin their season. All right, we'll take a break, and we'll come right back. You're listening to Tiger Football on Coyote Country and on the ESPN Alamogordo YouTube channel.
The Winter Circle, your hometown shop for all local team apparel. Get hats, shirts, jackets, and more. Cheer on the Tigers, Wildcats, and all your favorite teams in style. You can also personalize your apparel with custom silkscreen or embroidery. The Winter Circle, a family-owned business, continuing the tradition of supporting local athletics.
Come see us at the Winner Circle. Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
1201 10th Street in Alamogordo. Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach A.J. Cisco and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
Kickoff goes through the back of the end zone again for Brett Money. Sean Hayes finishing off that last drive with a 36-yard touchdown run. The Tigers defense will come out and try and finish things off. At this point in this part of the game, I think for both sides, you just don't want to see anybody get hurt.
Let's hear once again for the pride and tour of the basin as well. Your Alamogordo Tiger, Martinez.
And Guardiola going to throw right down the middle and overshot everybody. Nearly ended up in the hands of Reese Cady at about the 35.
Second and 10 from the 20-yard line.
So the Tigers will be back at home next week. They got started the season off with essentially a month at home. There was a bye week in the middle of it, but 3 straight home games. Then they'll head out to Lovington on the 20th. Back at home against Deming. They'll only go to Chaparral for the next road game. But the end of their schedule is where the tough stuff comes. Here's a throw to the far side by Guardiola. That's going to be dropped at about the 25-yard line. 3rd down and 10 next. But, you know, this is the part of the season where the Tigers really need to try and rack up some wins. And next week's going to be tough against Sanatee. I think the Lovington game is going to be a challenge. Lovington can clearly score. We saw what they did against Roswell last week, where they put up 54. Was it 76-54 was the final of that game? Quickly into the backfield, one of the Tigers, but Guardiola was able to get away, but not from the rest of the pursuit. And 59 for the Tigers. Or is it 58? Jake Haley was able to make the stop. I've added some names to my roster that weren't on the last week. I had to jump online and find that stuff. It's going to be another punt here for the Warriors. Tigers. Trying to get the fans fired up here on 4th down. Game's pretty much over, but you know what? Definitely make some noise for these guys, and they'll also get the opportunity to come over here and sing the fight song in front of the fans after a win. And ring that victory bell, too. I know that's got to be exciting. That might have been partially blocked. That's going to go high up in the air at about the 29. And Powell is going to, I think he thought that it should have been a penalty on the Tigers, but if they got a hand on the ball, then there isn't going to be a penalty. I'll tell you from up here, no way I could tell whether that was just him getting hit. But if the player, if the Tiger player got to the ball, then you're not going to see the penalty. So
45 seconds left to play in the ball game.
Tigers can just kneel it out here with 45 seconds remaining. Don't need to do anything else or add on to anything else. And yeah, it is victory formation for the Tigers. They'll probably have to kneel it down twice here, but again, not a lot of victory formation as well for the Tigers, and that's got to be super exciting for them. As the student section, which was great again tonight. I tell you what, I don't remember a time in covering Tiger sports where the student section, especially for football, has been this strong, on their feet the entire game. They've really shown up. And last year and 2 years ago, again, when the seasons were tough, looks like they're going to go ahead and let this one run out, and that's going to do it. So the Tigers are going to meet at midfield and shake hands with their opponents, but the Tigers are going to get a win over the Ruidoso Warriors tonight. 34-6, the final score on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, and they will be back at home next week against Santa Teresa. It's been a while since Alamogordo has won as dominantly as this, and you know, I know there's going to be a lot of coaches around the state that are going to feel good for Coach Cisco as well. I think everybody has known that he's been working hard with this team and with the entire program. And the same way you got to feel for the players that, you know, there's some perseverance here, that the kids have continued to work hard and continue to try to get better and do the things that they need to do to make this program better. All right, so the Tigers winners 34-6 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, and they're going to run over here and join the cheerleaders, and they're going to sing the fight song. So you stay with us. We'll come back and wrap it up here from Tiger Stadium here on Coyote Country and the ESPN Alamogordo YouTube channel.
If you find yourself frustrated because your internet is slow, then you need to call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company. They have the speed, the reliability, and the customer service to turn your frustration into smiles. Now, doesn't that sound like a better plan? Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company at 585-2700 and get connected today.
Sometimes you just need a loan. Your daughter Debbie is getting married. Your son Toby needs a new tuba. Let's face it, families cost money. Things come up that you had no way of predicting. We make personal loans for occasions like this to people who have good credit. So next time you find yourself connected to the unexpected, stop in and see us about a personal loan, subject to credit approval. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Are you looking for letter jackets? Need trophies, plaques, or awards? It's all at the Winner's Circle. Personalize your student's letter jacket with stitching or embroidery. Get customized engraving on your trophies, plaques, and awards. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. Have you seen our in-store remodel? Stop by and visit us today at 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Come see us at the Winner's Circle. Outfitters of champions. Go Tigers!
Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach A.J. Cisco and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
Vision Ford Lincoln has scorching summer deals now through month's end. 2019 Ford F-150s. Horsepower, torque, and awesome towing capabilities. Get up to $5,000 cash back or choose 0% financing for up to 72 months. The 2019 Ford Edge is loaded with up to $6,050 cash back or choose $4,050 cash back and 0% financing for up to 60 months. The stylish 2019 Ford Escape, get $4,425 cash back or choose $1,175 cash back with 0% financing for up to 60 months. The 2019 Ford Ford Fusion sedan has up to $2,920 cash back, or choose $1,670 cash back and 0% for up to 60 months. And the all-new 2019 Ford EcoSport. Get up to $4,415 cash back, or choose $915 cash back and 2.9% for 36 months. Vision Ford Lincoln, 1500 South White Sands in Alamogordo. VisionFordLincoln.com. Financing on approved credit. See dealer for details.
I'll tell you a few things that excite a community than a Friday night football game, and more importantly, the hometown team winning a Friday night football game. Alamogordo winner tonight, 34-6 over Ruidoso, ringing the victory bell over on the east side of the state, or I should say the north side, south side. I can't get my directions right. South side, southeast side of the stadium. Doesn't matter. They're ringing the victory bell. And the Tigers win 34-6 on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. Impressive, and especially the second half. The Tigers, I thought, were dominant in the second half, defensively and offensively. There were certainly some key plays and some key stops for Alamo. A couple of key there was one key drop, or I would say a combination of a drop and a penalty, but later in the game also a pretty big drop as well, or an overthrow. Ruidoso missed out on just a little bit by a couple of plays, and that was probably the difference for them. This game could have really turned in a different direction in a couple of spots. But, Alamogordo, here's another thing that, just coming to my attention now. Alamogordo scored the last 34 points. We were scoreless at the end of the first quarter, and then Gage Guardiola threw the 33-yard touchdown pass to Caden Clevenger. That made it 6-0. The Tigers shut him out from that point on. That was 5:56 to go in the second quarter, and the Tigers didn't allow another point and went on to score 34 of their own. 4:09 to go in the second quarter. It was Ryan Viescas tossing it up and finding Emilio Minez for the touchdown. That made it a 7-6 game. That was the score at half. The Tigers would get in from 11 yards out with Sean Hayes, made it 14-6 with 5:19 to go in the third quarter. Then Dakota LaSalle would run it in from 3 yards out. That's with 9:49 to go in the fourth quarter. Later on in the fourth quarter was Adrian Herrera with a 97-yard interception return. That was a big spot, too, because Ruidoso's on the way in there. They're 20 yards out, or I think that was about from the 20-yard line where that play started. And they score a touchdown there. It's a one-score game. And instead, the Tigers take it the distance the other direction, and that really was the dagger. Tigers would add on another touchdown late with 1:53 to go with Sean Hayes running in from 36 yards out. But just so many little moments, and those are the things when your team is struggling, if those don't seem to happen for you. And we saw that a lot of times over the last couple of years where those kind of things didn't go Alamogordo's way, and tonight it was a case where it did. And I think it's about the preparation, the kids playing hard, playing well, and just the improvement overall, and I think in the talent level and probably size a little bit too. We got bigger kids out there that have really worked hard in the weight room and gotten better. So, credit to Coach Cisco and everybody involved. I think Coach Falsetti's defense was excellent tonight. He did an excellent job preparing this team, and I think all the coaches made nice adjustments as the game progressed. That really stood out to me in the second half was some of the things that Ruidoso was having success with in the first half. We didn't see that as much in half number two, and the defense really clamped down and made some stops and came away with some big plays. So very good for the Tigers. A lot of things I think to be excited about if you're Alamogordo. And so the Tigers will see if they can keep this going, keep the train going the right direction next week against Santa Teresa and get back-to-back wins. That'd be the first time in 3 seasons, 3 years. We're in the 2019 season, so first time since 2016 that the Tigers would have put together back-to-back wins if they can win next week against Santa Teresa. So there's another goal. There's another part of that revenge tour kind of thing. And if you're a Tiger fan, you got to be excited about some of the possibilities with this group. But Brett Money was solid, as you would expect. The 4 extra points that he got to attempt, he made. Punted the ball pretty well, and so got good work. Great work from special teams. You look at Julio Mendoza and some of the plays that he made on punt returns in this game. Every facet was really solid tonight for Alamo, but got to keep it going. And one other part, in that first half where the Tigers were getting in trouble with penalties and were, clearly there was some yapping going on back and forth between each side. And, the Tigers got that calmed down in the second half and that didn't show up as much. It didn't show up as much for Ruidoso either. They had a penalty there too. But Alamo was able to keep their emotions in control and not have it affect them. So pretty good stuff there for the Tigers. All right, let's go ahead and see if we got any scores for you guys from NMOT Sports. They do a good job of updating some stuff, and we'll see if maybe we got a score for you from Lordsburg. But Cobre beat Chaparral 16-0. Lovington over Capital 42-26. Santa Teresa beat Gadsden 10-0. It makes me think that Alamogordo should be the favorite going into next week against Santa T, but we'll see. The improvement that Santa T football has made in the last 5-10 years has been incredible to watch. Rio Rancho beats Clovis 48-28. That one surprises me a little bit, but Rio Rancho got off to a tough start this season, gave away a big lead against Centennial, and then lost to a Colorado school, I think, last week. So that's got to feel good for that group. Aztec 38-0 over Taos. Hope beat Moriarty 35-11. Dexter pulled away from Hagerman 40-6. La Cueva beats Las Cruces 37-24. Mayfield over West Mesa 52-13. Portales beats West Las Vegas 46-7. The Santa Fe Demons beat Española 35-8. And Roswell holds on over Hobbs 36-29. Goddard beats Deming 55-0. And Los Lunas over Sandia 28-3. Cleveland beat El Dorado 63-21. And I don't see any other new final scores. Artesia beat Belen 56-14. Robertson over Santa Rosa 28-12. I think that's all we got for finals at the moment. But our final here on the Richardson Motor scoreboard is Alamogordo 34 and Ruidoso 6. Congrats to the Tigers. Great win for them tonight. And we'll see if they can carry it over to next week against Santa Teresa. We'll talk to Coach Cisco Wednesday next week, so listen up for that. Check our ESPN Alamogordo YouTube channel. I know we're on Coyote Country right now, but that's where you can find all your local sports stuff. And we'll hopefully have some final scores for you on the rest of the football games throughout the area, too. So you enjoy the rest of your night. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks to our sponsors who bring you Tiger Sports, Desert Sun Auto Group, First National Bank, Otero Federal Credit Union, Tularosa Basin Telephone Company, Vision Ford Lincoln, The Winter Circle, Richardson Motor Company and their scoreboard. And thanks to our friends at the Football Roundtable, Charles Garland, Harris Hayden, C. Manny Gonzalez, Desert Sun Auto Group, Brandon Burling, Lara Conway with First National Bank, Caldwell Banker, Seth Nelson, Jake Roberts, and Christ Community Church's Tim Brock. Your Tiger Athlete of the Week is brought to you by The Winter Circle, Vision Ford Lincoln, and ESPN Alamogordo. And, hey, hope to see you out at soccer tomorrow, 1 p.m. Alamogordo girls soccer taking on Clovis as the Tigers, Lady Tigers, look to pick up a win over the Lady Wildcats. So you guys have a great rest of your night. Tigers winners on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, 34-6. So long.
The Basin's best, Coyote Country, 92.7 KRSY, La Luz, Alamogordo.